We did it.
Yeah.
What is going on, everybody? Welcome to the stream. And a happy Friday. Happy end of the week, one and all. I didn't set this up at all. I don't know what I was thinking. I'm like, my desk is fine. I don't need any of these things. It's like, well, I mean, if you want to play the game that you're playing tonight, you might need some of these things, you dummy. Yeah, whatever. Who cares, right? Oh, God. Anyway.
Wasn't the intent or anything.
Okay. Volume seems okay to us. As always, let us know our volume, game's volume, how it sounds. Possibly likely for the last time. This intro.
So cool. Oh, you're not going to read the previous?
Well, because these are all from me training up. It's not really like...
Oh, okay.
So I'll show off the team while you read.
Okay. Hab is here. Hi, Hab. Nice to see you. And they say the time has come, the time is now.
You know it.
And Erica is here. She says, kicks down door.
You're damn
Very
right,
nice,
because it is time. It is time, once again, but for the first time for a Nuzlocke, for us to face the Elite Four. We've got a couple of things to do first. We're not just walking through the door at the start of this thing. We have some vitamins to dole out. At the end of the last one, we did make some purchases. And if you notice, I said I was going to get everybody up to 55. And I will. But not by leveling anymore, because if you notice, among everybody, we need 8 more levels for everybody to get to 55. And it turns out, if we look at our bag, we have exactly, God, this will be embarrassing if I got this wrong, exactly 8 rare candies.
Nice. Okay. Erica says, I'm here to take a break from putting my arena opponents in the dumpster to cheer you on. Heart. Well, thanks for fitting us in.
That's amazing.
That's really amazing. Hub says, candy!
Yeah, we have 8 candies. So we'll try to do that. We've got vitamins as well, and you can see like some PP ups here and stuff like that. If we look at our healing items, so we got 20 regular, 20 super, and 25 hyper potions. We also have, they're here somewhere, here they are, 25 full restores as well.
Nice.
I think we'll be pretty good with all those. Can we not? Does that work? Can we maybe with the... Yeah, we did it. Just gotta press the right button next time, Joe, you dummy. We got ethers, max ethers. In fact, you know what, for my own edification, there we go. Do we have... there we go. I was like, do we have any elixirs? We sure do. Those will be important as well. These moonstones won't, but, you know, they're here, I suppose. Full heals will also be helpful, because there's definitely plenty of sleep shenanigans, or... Whoops, that's not what I wanted. Or paralysis shenanigans and things like that that'll be going on around here, so something to be aware of.
See, Holland is here. Greetings from the UK. We're all sad here. Don't know if you've heard Queen Elizabeth II has passed away.
Of course.
We've heard.
Yes, yeah. Best wishes to
We're
you and
far,
yours.
but not that far.
No. Well, yeah, and I mean, you know, with the global news cycle the way that it is, we have definitely heard, so. Yeah. We're gonna do max potions here, I guess. And by max potions, I mean we have a literal 1. But it's fine. We don't need that. Oh, a max revive. We can sell that. We don't need that. Go ahead. You can keep reading.
Erica says, I got from Bronze 4 to Gold 2 in Ranked Standard last night.
Nice.
Mono Black is absurd. But anyway, Pokemon.
Yeah, I would love to talk more about that either later tonight if we have a lull or Monday, whatever the case may be.
Yeah.
But keep going, Amy.
Hob says, so weird not heading into the E4 with revives. I mean, obviously we're not, but still.
I agree.
And then he says, "Grats, Erica, heart." And then, "Are you all sad? Are you?"
There have been mixed reactions online, but for people that are sad, it is a sad day, and so I can understand that.
There have been mixed reactions.
I'd really rather not get into it, but yeah, sure, you and I can. Yeah.
Erica says, "Long live Queen Charles III." And Hob says, I know, it's not a good time when anyone dies. I'm just anti-monarchy."
So that's more what I'm saying. So like I don't live there, so I have in this case, there are times where I'm not involved in a situation and can still have an opinion. Here I don't have an opinion. So if C. Holland lives there, I'm more than happy to defer to C. Holland on that one. So, and there you go. We also have Moken with us too. So.
And Marcus, who says, "What's up, folks?"
What is going on, Marcus? Welcome, Moken, as well. And then you've just got that last thing that I kind of skipped over for you.
Hob says, and that's all I'll say about that. Yeah. Okay.
So yeah, we are. This is the team. We'll go ahead and. Oh.
This week was crazy for shiny catches.
Please regale us. I'm very curious.
Okay.
Yeah, I gotta figure out, looking at these, these, vitamins. So I can see here, oh, there's a max elixir. I was looking for that. We can put that up here with the regular elixirs, right there. And then PP up, along with calcium, can go down here. Keep going, Amy, sorry. Just sorting things so I understand what the hell's going on.
Erica says, "I found a random shiny in Pogo too. God bless you, random shiny Eevee."
Haha, nice. That's cool.
Did we say what shiny Eevee looks like?
It's gray. Or like silver.
Right.
Yeah. I think I have one in Pokemon Go, to be honest with you.
Marcus says Tuesday was Scyther.
Nice.
Wednesday was Slowpoke. Thursday was Woobat. And today was Natu and Ralts.
Awesome.
Very cool. Like it. Hob says, "Just FYI, if I'm a little quieter than normal, it's because I've been an introvert burnout the past couple weeks, barely talking to anyone."
I'm sorry to hear that, Hob. But, we're not going to be, please don't feel pressured, as we always say to everyone, to say things if you're not comfortable doing so.
Yeah.
But also, we're not going to, we're not the type to snap at you for saying things or not saying things. So
We're not judging you. We're just here. And if you're here too, then that's cool.
And sure enough, he says,
of course, now that I've said that, I'll end up not shutting up like normal.
Which is also totally fine.
Yeah. I like it.
Yeah. So let's go ahead and try. God, we've got so many of these things. PP Max. I guess let's check our Pokemon's moves. Oh, so some moves did change from last time because in leveling up, things happen. I don't think there was anything for Simpsons. There was not. There was a change for Gluttony. So Gluttony had rest. But Gluttony, at least when I was in the Elite Four, or the Victory Road training, Gluttony was slower than a lot of things that I was coming up against. Which led me to believe that if that was happening in Victory Road, it was likely going to happen in the Elite Four as well. So when Gluttony tried to learn Hyper Beam, I let her. And I replaced Rest with it because since we can use items, Rest is not going to be as valuable as just using an item on Gluttony. Now, obviously, with her 250 HP, there is a world where a Hyper does not bring her up to full, but I still think that's okay because she is a tank with defense and special defense. So, just wanted to point that out. I did get rid of Rest for Hyper Beam. I figure a strong, powerful attack, even if it makes her take a turn off, should still be okay. And we do have 15 Body Slams, 10 Ice Beams. I might use some of the PP ups or maybe the PP max on that Ice Beam. If we look at Thanos, I replaced something with Thunder. I don't remember. But Thanos wanted to learn Thunder. Maybe that was last week and I don't recall. But we replaced something with Thunder. I think it might have just been like a normal attack or something. Like a headbutt or something like that. I don't exactly remember. But if you remember, first of all, let me know. But second of all, I figured, again, more electric type attacks can't hurt. It is lower accuracy. But if we hit, we're just, hopefully just going to kill something. So there's that. Sylvester, nothing changed here. At the end of last week, if you missed it, or last time, it was 2 weeks ago, we did replace Rock Throw with Rock Slide from Mount Moon. And so we have Rock Slide, Earthquake, Explosion, and Brick Break. Big Casper also stayed the same. Oh, we added Psychic at the end of the last stream. Shadow Punch, Confuse Ray, Shadow Ball, and Psychic. And then the other big-ish change was we swapped in Hydro Pump on Carpe Diem, along with Surf, Strength, and Dragon Dance. So.
Okay. C. Holland says, is FireRed the updated version of the old red version from the Game Boy?
And Hob helps out
by saying, indeedy doody, C. Holland.
Correct.
A full restore will bring her up to full. Shockwave it was, which replacing a sure hit with a low accuracy is not a move I'd make.
So it was not technically. We replaced Shockwave with Thunderbolt. That was up top, at least if I remember correctly. So because we already had Thunderbolt, I felt okay with adding Thunder as well. Because if we need a surefire hit, because otherwise Thanos could die, then we will go with Thunderbolt. It's still 95 power, and we have very high special attack in 119. And then Thunder is 120 power, albeit 70 accuracy.
Erica says, man, I forgot that Hyper Potions still heal 200 in this gen. They got nerfed down to 120 in Gen 6 on. Mm-hmm. Really? That sucks.
Well, because it was basically just like, why did max potions exist in the game?
Yeah.
Because Hypers were max potions minus like 2 or 3 Pokemon in the whole game.
Yeah.
So
I liked them because they were cheaper than max potions.
Yeah.
I also don't believe anything in the Elite Four messes with accuracy or evasion, so Thunderbolt should just always hit.
I agree with that just from... yeah, because Sand Tomb lowers speed, Rock Tomb lowers speed. There's a lot of speed lowering for sure.
Hob says we replaced Quick Attack
with
Thunderbolt to keep Shockwave, if I remember correctly, from last week. Though, if you replaced Wave after that before Thunder while training, I don't know. Gotcha.
So, yeah, maybe it was the other way around, that we replaced Quick Attack but kept Shockwave, but then because we had Thunderbolt, I felt comfortable replacing with Thunder as well.
Erica says, to be fair, they compensated by making Super Potions heal 60 instead of 50, so you can use them longer.
Cool. Very cool.
Okay.
So looking at stats and like knowing what we need from people, Simpsons is going to need to be defensive actually, because Ghost, like, it's so tough. I think Agatha is genuinely going to be our toughest opponent, because I think with Lorelei, like, Thanos should be able to take most of her Pokemon down, and like Jinx will be like the toughest one, and even then it probably won't be that bad. The issue, and Bruno will just be, you know, Carpe Diem going in there and again trying to sweep through. Agatha is who I'm genuinely afraid of. The ghost types are going to be tough as hell. So I'm trying to think if Simpsons makes the most sense for that. Obviously, there's the weird dichotomy of like all the ghosts are poison types, and Agatha has Arbok and Golbat that are both also poison. So Psychic types would be the best for that. It's just that Psychic is weak to Ghost, and Simpsons' defense is pretty low. Obviously, when we were going up against Psychic types, we were using Gluttony, but I think there also could be an argument for using Sylvester against the Ghosts, because while Earthquake won't hit the Ghosts because they have Levitate, you could use like Rock Slide and things like that. It would actually only have to be Rock Slide. So it's kind of a toss-up. I don't really know.
Erica says, also, I know you're smart, but I want to make sure. Use the vitamins before you use the candy on them.
Yes, thank you.
Mocan says, Agatha has double team on one of her Gengars.
Okay, so that's the only thing to raise evasion, is what
yeah.
Mocan's getting at with that one.
And Erica says, I think Sylvester is likely your best counter to Agatha.
Yeah, I think so too. I mean, the only issue is we only have Rock Slide, right? But still. Yeah, I think Ice Beam on...
Yeah, and there are only 10 of those.
Yeah, well, we have a lot of PP ups, interestingly, and we have one PP max. So one PP max, and then PP ups, we have 6 of them.
Ooh. Okay, so what one is the one you do beforehand, and what one is the one you do in battle to restore them back?
Neither of those are for that.
Oh,
You're thinking of up here. Ethers, max ethers, elixirs, and max elixirs.
Oh.
PP ups and PP maxes raise the baseline number,
Good.
not the first one.
Because those are better, obviously.
Yeah, well, in this case, yeah.
Hub says if... sorry, I just bit my tongue.
But don't do that.
Hub says if Simpsons or Casper are fast, they can easily one-shot Agatha.
Yeah, so I think, Big Casper is definitely our fastest. It's just that... So, yeah, because Simpson's at 97, and, our fastest between those two. We all know Thanos is the fastest. Let's not, pretend. 97 versus 167. So, yeah, Big Casper is definitely faster. The issue is, our Big Casper is going to be 55. Her highest level Gengar is 58.
Ooh. That's very high.
So, when she sends out, like, Arbok, we might be able to use, like, an X speed or something on it, just to make sure that it's faster than the Gengar. But if she sends out the second Gengar first, then we might be a little bit screwed. That's all. Keep going.
Marcus says, remember that Gengar is part poison, making it leak to our Gengar's psychic. Just in case things go horribly wrong, it's an option.
True, and obviously, Gengar's special attack is higher than its regular attack, even though Ghost is physical in this gen. We've talked about that a couple of times. And so, even though Shadow Ball and Shadow Punch are stab, Psychic is going to be stronger based on our... Well, is going to be strong also based on our stats. But I think you missed this one.
Oh, I think Hypno usually Oh, Hub says, I think my Hypno usually one-shots Agatha at 50 to 52. But it's been a while since I took on basic Elite Four with a Hypno team.
Yeah, so I think it's going to be between Hypno and Big Casper, and honestly, like, this is how I'm going to be looking at this stuff. If we lose a Pokemon, right, which would suck, let's not pretend it won't, there are certain Pokemon that we cannot, like, that would be very bad for us to lose, and others where it would not be the worst thing in the world to lose, depending on where we're at in the Elite Four. So against Agatha, Big Casper and Hypno, or Simpsons, are the Pokemon that we're going to be using for those fights, right? Whereas if we lost, let's say, Gluttony with her Ice Beam before Lance, that's a problem, right? If we lose Thanos before facing off against Bullseye's Pidgeot or Lance or Bullseye's Gyarados, that would be a bit of a problem. So, whereas Hypno and Big Casper, maybe even Sylvester and Simpsons, we can kind of like interchange those three against Agatha and then not feel badly if we lose one of them, because we'll have the others for backup and we know more along the lines of what we're going to be doing against the other Pokemon that we're going to be coming across in this Elite Four. So that's kind of how I'm looking at it. I guess we can, like, you know, against the first Gengar that has, of Agatha's, that has Confuse Ray, Shadow Punch, Double Team, Toxic, you know, we can put Simpsons in there first, or somebody else, who knows. But let's do some, knowing that though, let's work on, Sylvester, how is your...
Dave is here. He says he's looking in. Heart, much love, you guys.
Thanks, Dave.
We love you too.
Appreciate it.
You're doing well.
Yeah, we'll talk to you soon. You know that. So obviously Sylvester's defense is insane, and special defense is fine. It's not great, but it's fine. So I'm trying to figure out where best to allocate these vitamins, right? And as somebody mentioned last time, it might have been Mocan. We don't know. Some of our Pokemon might not even be able to take some of these vitamins because our EVs might be maxed out in some instances.
Does it tell you that before you give it to them, or you just waste it?
So you don't waste it. When you try to give it to them, it'll say it doesn't work, but then you don't lose it. It's just,
good.
it doesn't get
I
used.
was afraid it just like...
No, that would be...
You're like, oh, you gave this thing to your Pokemon.
That would be...
It didn't really help, but you won't know that.
Yeah. So that would be super shitty, because there's no way to check your EVs besides trying that. So yeah, thankfully they don't do that. That would be very cheap.
Yeah. I just know Red had a lot of things where... I mean, this is FireRed, so it's very different, but...
I think...
Red had a lot of things where you were just like, okay, they should have told us this.
Yeah. So I think Carpe Diem could use with some special attack boosts, because Carpe Diem has our only water attacks on the team, and we're going to need those. I basically plan on, like I said earlier, using Carpe Diem against Bruno, just flat out, just the whole time. And we can't, while the attack stat is very high in Carpe Diem, strength is not going to get there against Onyxes, basically. So which one ups special attack? I guess I should have looked this up beforehand too, but I didn't. Sorry, everybody. Strategizing.
Hap says Sylvester versus Charizard in the rival fight is probably best.
Correct.
To hope for, because Rock Slide will be 4 times.
Yeah, that will be awesome, and I'm definitely looking forward to doing that. So that's a good point, though, because I mentioned that Sylvester wasn't as useful later on. So that's like I said, a good clarification. Thank you. Okay, so special attack is calcium. So we want to give Carpe Diem some calciums if that is an option. We have 4 calcium.
Wow.
Let's try it. Carpe Diem, can you take a calcium? It won't have any effect. Shit. Okay, that's fine. Okay. Who needs special attack then? let's hold on. Let's check.
We talked
Gluttony?
about how Sylvester's special attack was okay.
Sylvester's
Sylvester's defense.
that was special defense. Yeah, you're fine. Special attack on Gluttony could probably use a little bit of a boost since we're going to be using so many ice beams.
That's a good point.
Yeah. Okay. So let's try it on Gluttony. Again, we might not be able to use any of these either. To the bag. Calcium. Use on Gluttony. Oh, thank God it worked.
Yeah.
Calcium is used on Gluttony. I'm just going to use them all. Calcium again. On Gluttony.
Yeah, I went to the doctor and they gave me this whole spiel about the fact that I'm older now and I should be taking a calcium supplement.
There you go.
Thanks so much.
Alright, so Gluttony has been loaded up with those boosts. Iron is for defense. Who needs defense? Possibly Simpsons? How's your defense? 105 versus 147 special defense? It's not a bad idea. Who else? Gluttony's is fine at 110. It's not perfect, but it's fine. Thanos at 80, although you're probably going to be coming up against, well, the water types, I guess. So special defense, yeah, like water and ice. So you're not really going to be coming up against physical attacks. Your defense is great, obviously. Big Casper could probably use some defense against the other Gengars with their physical ghost type attacks. So 97 versus 105. And how many irons do we have? 4. Alright, so let's use one on... Why Sylvester? Why? Big Casper.
Mocan says Pokemon don't get the benefits of EVs until they level up. Just a reminder.
Yeah, so that's... Ooh, and it won't have any effect after that. Good. Yeah, so that's why we saved the rare candies, and Erica mentioned as well. So thank you. That's very important. So yeah, some of these Pokemon will level up twice, and others will only level up... Oh, it won't have any effect. Okay. So who else wants defense then? Thanos? Sure, good. Okay, Thanos gets more defensive. Okay.
I think it's ironic that iron is for better defense. Because iron helps your red blood cells, not your white blood cells, and white blood cells are your defense against things.
Well, that's against, like, disease or whatever, right? And Hob helped out with that.
Hob says Thanos, less tissue papery.
Yeah, which is very important, because, like, glass cannon is one thing, but still.
I think it's a joke because metal.
Because iron is strong.
Oh, okay.
Okay. HP up, eh? I mean, why would I go into it? You can see it right here. 163, 250, 146, 168, 138, and 183. So we just learned that this won't work on Big Casper, right? Because then otherwise, Thanos, I guess? HP up. I'll try it on Big Casper. Oh, it worked. Okay, good. Good. One more. Beautiful. Okay. I like it. Carbos is speed. Well, who needs to be faster? It sure isn't Thanos. Anybody else? Who else needs to be faster? Simpsons, you're 97? That's not bad. Gluttony, you're just not going to be fast. We have to learn that and be okay with that. Sylvester at 81? 167 and 125.
Maybe Sylvester?
At 81, though?
Or maybe you really want to give it to somebody who already has really high speed.
That's what I'm saying, yeah. So maybe it's better on Simpsons here? since it's either Simpsons or like maybe Carpe Diem at only 125. I say only, but
Mocan says Casper just has max def then,
defense.
I guess.
Yeah, which, I mean, that's fine with me. That's pretty cool. Interesting. Yeah, I'm going to try it on Simpsons, I guess. We might want Simpsons to be a little bit faster, right?
Yeah.
So, Carbos on Simpsons, it works. Good. That's one. It won't have any effect. Okay. So now we wanted it on Sylvester? Oh, no, on Carpe Diem. It won't have any effect. Okay, Sylvester it is.
Yeah. Well, at least it's making these decisions easy for you.
It won't have any effect. Okay. 3 more Pokemon remaining. Giving it to Gluttony makes no sense.
No, you're right.
But so
that only leaves Thanos, who already has an insanely high speed.
Or Big Casper, who also is very fast. But if those are our only 2 options, we're gonna try it, right? It worked. Wow. It won't have any effect. Alright, this is the dumbest shit ever, but let's use it on Thanos. It won't have any effect. Okay, so these are just going to sit dead in our bag here. Zinc is special defense.
Mocan says skip Carbos to not take up vitamin slots.
Yeah, I thought about that too. It's fine.
You only have a certain number of slots for vitamins?
It's not for vitamins, it's for EVs. Right? So each Pokemon can only have so many EVs slotted into them. And you learned earlier in this playthrough, you may have forgotten, but you learned earlier in the streams, EVs are gained from battling Pokemon. So Thanos is so fast because we fought and killed a lot of birds with Thanos.
Yes,
and
I know.
Birds tend to give speed EVs. So yes, you're capped at however many EVs in total you can give to your Pokemon.
I thought it was per stat.
It is not.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
That sucks.
It doesn't. I mean, it makes it so that, you know, because otherwise you would just max out every stat, like the max for every stat.
Okay, but then, like, why give you so much money in all of these things?
Again, you can't,
even
well,
really use them.
You could buy the vitamins. The vitamins like 9,700 a piece or something like that. Like, they're very expensive. But I'm trying to think of what my point of this.
Mocan says it is per stat and Pokeball.
Gotcha.
In Gen 1, it was just per stat. So you could max everything.
And that reminds me of my point. So it's more for competitive, right? Again, in Nuzlocke, because it's a challenge, you care about your EVs and stuff, so you're paying more attention to that. But otherwise, for competitive reasons, like you could take Sylvester. Sylvester is a defensive Pokemon, obviously, right? Thanos is a fast Pokemon, obviously. You could turn that on its head. If you want to take all of your EV slots and max out Thanos' defense, make Thanos a defensive Pokemon. Like, it's a bad idea for competitive for that particular Pokemon, maybe, because if a Pokemon's...
That sounds like the kind of thing I would do, where I like everybody's stats to be somewhat comparable to one another's.
Right.
You know, to kind of make them all as close to equal as I can make them.
Right. Yeah, so very interesting. Let's check. What's next? What are we looking at here? Special defense. Right. Okay, sorry. Let's check special defense here.
Mocan says you usually want to play to their strengths, but some Pokemon have multiple variable builds.
Yeah. I mean, 126.
Yeah, like, see, I would look at, like, Carpe Diem's special defense and be like, ooh, that needs to be higher, so there's less of a likelihood that they die, you know? And I would give all of that thing to them.
I'm upping Gluttony's special defense because we're using Gluttony as our tank, sort of, and the special defense was not exactly where I want it to be.
No, it was pretty low on Gluttony, I felt
So is the and protein for base attack. We have 4 proteins.
Volcan says, in general, when thinking of stats for competitive, you can max out 2 stats
Yep.
and get 1 extra point in 1 stat. So you normally have to boil them down to what are their 2 most important stats. Okay, I mean that makes sense, right?
Yeah. Alright, so the attack has to go to Big Casper, right? Like, all the ghost type attacks are physical, so we just need to make sure that we give as many attack EVs to Big Casper as possible, if that is even an option here. Let's give it a try. Fingers crossed. It does not work. Okay, that's unfortunate. Then we want to give it to Gluttony, I guess, since Gluttony's got Body Slam and sure.
Ken says Casper seems capped then.
Yeah, exactly. Which is fine. Thanos won't have any effect, and I guess we'll try it on Carpe Diem. Won't have any effect. Okay. Then that's it for that. So then I guess we're up to PP ups and stuff.
There is a way to check if they have max IVs.
Max IVs. The effort ribbon. Gotcha. Yeah, you can get ribbons on your Pokemon and stuff where we didn't do that, but...
Yeah.
Alright, so for the PP ups and maxes and etc., before we do the rare candies,
I mean EVs, yeah.
Gotcha. PP ups and PP maxes. Oh, like they just inherently get those ribbons, or you have to go somewhere and then they say, oh, look at that Pokemon, here's a ribbon.
Hub says, I mean, I always just give it to whoever has the lowest and who can take it. But I'm balance obsessed.
Like
Same.
Amy.
Same.
There's an NPC for it in every game.
Okay.
Except it's...
Seems
Go ahead.
FRLG.
Sorry, FireRed Leaf Green.
Oh, okay.
Well, then there you go. Never mind. All right, so looking at numbers, Simpsons is fine. Don't need to up or down anything, or up any power points for any of this stuff. Ice Beam needs it desperately. Hyper Beam does not. Even though it's at 5, I just don't think we need it. Ice Beam definitely could use it. I think we're okay with Thunderbolts, to be honest. Maybe I'm wrong. Rock Slide probably needs it as well.
Yeah, definitely.
I think we're okay. Maybe Psychic. We could put a couple of PP ups into Psychic. And then Surf. Probably as well. So the PP Max, I think, just gets used on Ice Beam. Like, I think it's very useful. We're facing an entire team of dragons and Aerodactyl. So I think Ice Beam... Yeah, I think Ice Beam getting the PP Max makes the most sense to me.
Hob says there's an NPC that gives ribbons, though I think that's not in this game. Beat me to it, Timokan. Yes,
yep,
he did.
Yep.
So they're all Deadpool, maximum effort.
Yeah, exactly.
PP up to any most used move, 10 PP or lower.
Yeah. Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. So those are the ones that we'll use. I think it makes sense. But the PP Max, like I said, I want to use on the Ice Beam. I think it makes the most sense.
Alright, so let's see what it brings it to.
I think it's 15. God, you can read that while I check.
Hub says, in a normal playthrough, I'd say PP Max for Ice Beam is not necessary, but here it might be best.
Yeah, that's my thought as well. Plus, Gluttony would be a nice second against Bruno, or at least Bruno's Onyxes, I guess. Not necessarily against the fighting types, the Machamp and stuff. 16.
16.
So not 15,
nice.
16, which is
All
great.
right. Yeah.
Good stuff. Okay, so then we want... What did I say? Nothing here, nothing here.
God, all the sounds.
Sorry. Nothing here. Rock Slide can get a couple of PP ups. Psychic can get a couple. And Surf can get a couple. And how many do we have? 6? So like 2 for each of those? Makes sense to me. We have 6 PP ups, that was right. Okay. So, Rock Slide gets 2. That's 1. That's 2. Then we use 2 on Psychic. 1. Whoops. There it is. 2. And then the last 2 on Surf.
Very nice.
Okay.
At least we're using these fully.
Well, yeah, because you can't not. Like, it won't cap you from these. Okay. Rare candy time. We can't use the proteins. We can't use the carboses. That's it. It is time to use our rare candies.
Mushroom?
What about the big
That's
mushroom?
food. It probably has vitamins and minerals.
Maybe you can go ahead and try it, but I'm just gonna level up our Pokemon.
I do like mushrooms.
So let's check out the final stats of our team as we use these rare candies. You ready?
Okay. Ready.
Carpe Diem, you're first. 1 rare candy for you. Elevated to level 55. Okay. 186 HP. 156 attack. 130 defense. 74 special attack. And 128 special defense and speed.
Nice. Mocan says the mushroom is useful, but not currently. It's the move tutor item.
By the way, of
So, like,
course.
the least useful thing at the moment.
Of course, while we're leveling up, Carpe Diem now wants to try to learn Hyper Beam. And you're probably not gonna get it. The only thing, like, because we can't replace Strength, we could replace Hydro Pump now that we have 21 Surfs.
That's what I was thinking.
But
So I know we already have a Hyper Beam now on Gluttony, but Hyper Beam's good.
yeah, but it's 90 accuracy, although it's 150 power. I'm open to suggestions.
This is Gen 1. Hyper
Isn't.
Beam isn't good.
Isn't Gen.
Oh. This isn't Gen 1. Hyper Beam isn't good.
Right. And especially, so at least with Gluttony, Gluttony is a barrel of hit points. So when you use Hyper Beam the first time, you have to take an attack either before you use the Hyper Beam, then try to use the Hyper Beam, and then take another attack before you can even like heal or switch or whatever, because you have to recharge. So you don't even get a chance to switch out.
So why isn't Hyper Beam good here? I mean,
because it's 90 accuracy, so it could just randomly miss.
yeah.
And at least on Carpe Diem's faster, but you have to take 2 attacks to be able to use it.
I don't mean how, but I mean like why. Like, if Hyper Beam was good in Gen 1, why didn't they make it good in this?
Oh, I see.
In Gen 1, Hyper Beam didn't recharge if it knocked out the opponent. In the remakes, you do. But why, though?
Because that wasn't how it was supposed to be in Gen 1, so they fixed it in later generations.
Oh.
That's always the thing with Gen 1. Like, it was broken in Gen 1, they fixed it in later generations,
Yeah, but
so it's
this
not
is-
as good anymore.
But I
right?
thought you said this was like a fan-made version of Gen 1.
I did not say that.
Oh,
No, this is an official remake from the company.
nerfed into the ground.
yeah, no, this is an official remake from the company.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, these are official remakes. What I said was, we are playing with the modified rules that allow us to have impossible evolutions, which is how we are able to have 2 of the members of our team in Sylvester and Big Casper being who they are. But otherwise, there's no fan involvement except for like changing it slightly.
Yeah, I could have sworn that this was a fan-made version of Red.
No.
And so things that would have been nerfed in later generations would not have been nerfed in this.
Gotcha.
That's what I thought it was. So I'm glad we clarified that.
I'm glad we clarified that as well, yeah.
I did not realize.
Yeah, not a problem. I'm glad you understand. All right, Big Casper's turn. Come on, buddy. Big Casper's final stats are as follows. Okay, not great pluses. That's unfortunate. 143 HP, 107 attack, 101 defense, 140 special attack, 102 special defense, and 171 speed.
Yeah, you might not be happy with those pluses, but I am very happy with those totals.
Sure.
If you're not.
Sure, no, I am. Yeah. Yeah, very much so. All right. Next rare candy is for Sylvester. Sylvester's final stat total is elevated to level 55. Here, go ahead.
Hub says Fire Red and Leaf Green were basically to allow you to trade Gen 1 and 2 Pokemon to Ruby and Sapphire that those games did not naturally include. Huh?
So, like Ruby and Sapphire, Gen 3, when it came out, they didn't fully release, like you couldn't catch every Gen 1 and Gen 2 Pokemon in Gen 3 games.
Oh.
Right?
Gotcha.
But because this was a remake, but was also a way to let you do that.
Okay. And nostalgia cache too.
Yeah.
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 Fire Red, Leaf Green for Gen 1 and some Gen 2. Coliseum and
XD, Gale of Darkness.
XD for the rest of Gen 2.
Yeah.
I don't know what that means.
So Coliseum and XD are games that, by the way, I own, and we will 100% be playing, not next week or anything, but we will 100% be playing them on stream on this channel, don't you worry. But yeah, Coliseum and XD Gale of Darkness are other ways that you could do that. That's what Mocan is, just continuing Hop's point from above.
I love that it changed XD
To the laughing face?
Laughing face.
That's very
That's
funny.
great.
Yeah.
And I'm also sorry that you then had to fix it, but that's hilarious.
All right. So Sylvester's stats. Look at that defense. Sylvester's stats are 171 HP, 144 attack, 181 defense, 74 special attack, and 82 special defense and speed.
Okay.
Which means Thanos' final stats are... Okay. 148 HP, 101 attack, 84 defense, 121 special attack, 124 special defense, and 183 speed.
That's pretty good. Alright. Hub says, I never played the GameCube games since I did not own one during its lifetime. And Mocan says, who's ready for the Flash?
Yeah, basically. Yeah, 183 speed on Thanos.
Yeah, that's kind of insane.
I love it so much. Okay, so
Let's hope none of our opponents are ready for the Flash.
yeah, I'm excited to try out those games. I'm curious what Amy thinks. I'm curious what you all think of them, because I have played them both and beaten them both, and I was relatively good at them. Wow, the HP on Gluttony. Jesus Christ. 255 HP.
Yeah, anything hits it and it just bounces off.
Basically. 138 attack, 112 defense, 103 special attack, 126 special defense, and 59 speed. Gluttony, you're so slow.
Just in the bucket.
Oh, sorry, that wasn't even her final stats. I forgot. We needed one more candy for Gluttony.
Oh.
And so Gluttony, actually plus 4 more HP. 259, 140 attack, 114 defense, 105 special attack, 128 special defense, 60 speed.
Okay. Hob says, I loved the stadium games for N64, though.
Gotcha. I'm going to skip through this quickly because we're going to do a second candy. But yeah, those were great games.
Mocan says, if you think Gluttony has a lot of HP, can I introduce you to Blissey? Shh! Spoilers!
Alright, so here is the final rare candy for the entire team. The final Pokemon to be elevated to level 55. It is Simpsons. Simpsons' final stats are 169 HP. Nice. 103 attack, 110 defense, 91 special attack, which is sad for Simpsons, 152 special defense, and 102 speed.
Hob says, no wait, Gen 4 was already filmed, or no?
It was. We are done with Gen 4, yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
I always forget where the lead time is.
Oh, yeah.
The lead time is
Very far.
that we are very far ahead of
Very far.
whatever you're seeing us having recorded already.
Yeah.
Because otherwise, we wouldn't have time to do streaming.
Yeah. Well, and again, when we were quarantined and locked down, and I was getting paid but not actually doing any physical work, we had a lot of time.
Yeah.
And so, but we did. To Amy's point, because this was something that you brought up a lot, and I just fully agreed with you. We got to when we were done with Gen 4, we were like, "Oh, okay, we should probably stop for a little while." We were getting very far ahead.
Yeah.
So we have not started Gen 5 yet, and I'm very excited to do so because I love Gen 5. But we wanted to let Gens 3 and 4 ruminate with all y'all a little bit first. And let us get to do stuff like this, because otherwise, genuinely, based on when Gen 4 was done, we probably could have been close to done with Gen 5 by the time we started this as well, because we just had so much extra time. So, yeah.
Mocan says Hypno is one of the Pokemon made worse by the special split.
Yeah, this special attack on Simpsons is not great. Now, to be fair, we got effed over big time in this run, because we got a minus special attack nature on our Hypno, or our Drowsy at the time, I guess. So, there's that too. But I don't disagree with you. These stats are not my favorite things in the world, but it's still totally fine.
Yeah. Erica says, I believe in you. Mostly.
That's like a bit higher than I have myself. Belief in myself, I won't lie to you. Okay.
I believe in you fully because I feel that there's nothing to lose by not doing so.
Thank you.
So
that's very kind. I think, this is the team, right? This is what we're doing.
That's it.
Going into the Elite Four, I am terrified. Just terrified.
No, I think it's going to go better than you think because weren't my runs always better than you thought?
Yes.
When I faced the Elite Four, you were just like, oh my god, I can't believe you just did that.
Yes.
And somehow I made it through with no clue what the heck I was doing. So, Hob says, except as I've been saying since episode 1, Hypno with Shadow Ball.
Yeah, so if we were able to give the TM for Shadow Ball to Hypno, and it's funny, it's similar to Big Casper, right? Big Casper has Psychic on it and Shadow Ball, and we could give Simpsons Shadow Ball as well as Psychic. It would just be like, two Pokemon with the same thing. This is very funny.
Mocan says, so...
Heart Gold Soul Silver.
Oh. Challenge stream when?
So you give the little emoticon there, but not for nothing. I did say, and this was a while ago, so if people don't remember or if that's what you're alluding to, that will be our next Nuzlocke, but it will not be next week. The whole point of us doing this Nuzlocke when we did was because it was shortly after Gen 3 started being released on Video Games for All. And the reason that I did it that way was because I wanted people to get Amy's initial reactions to Gen 3 mechanics and graphics and stuff from her initial reactions to the game first, before we then jumped into the remakes as Nuzlocks as well. So when Gen 4 starts, I'll give it like a week or two. I mean, it depends. Like if we're in the middle of a game, we'll finish the game that we're playing on stream first and then do it. But we're going to wait until after Gen 4 starts before you get to see our next Nuzlocke. We may do, I make no promises because we have ideas of what we're going to be doing, and we can talk about that towards the end of the stream. But we have ideas of like what we're going to be playing next, but there are, as I said, we're definitely playing Coliseum, and we're definitely playing XD Gale of Darkness at some point soon. So those could be Pokemon games that could occur in between now and when Heart Gold Soul Silver can come out. But we have other games that we want to focus on that are not Pokemon related on stream between now and when we would start Heart Gold Soul Silver. So.
Let's see. Mocan says, do we have any held items for the first 3 boys?
So I had looked at that. We have Macho Brace, which we don't want.
Blech.
Not going to be helpful.
I hate that one.
And that's it, I think. Oh, we have the Cleanse tag, which repels wild Pokemon. No. So also not helpful. And that's it. Well, those are the only things we have.
We don't have any berries or nothing?
I mean, we could give berries, I suppose.
That's at least something.
Yeah, I guess.
We have a zillion of these things.
Yeah.
Not that any of them are, particularly spectacular.
I'll look at my cheat sheet here for status effects. You continue to read stuff.
Yeah, I've got a bunch of stuff to read here. Hub says Soul Silver is my favorite Pokemon game. Synergy is good.
Okay.
I don't have a bunch of stuff to read here. I'm actually done. Mokin says, against Agatha, you probably want to have a Pecha Berry.
Yeah, so Agatha has Confusions. Confuse Ray. There's technically Poison Fang and like Sludge Bomb and stuff. So yeah, that would be to cure poison. Do we have one to cure Confusion? Because that would be helpful. Restore 10 PP, restore 10 HP, lift Confusion. I mean...
We have 6 of those.
Yeah.
So, I mean, the berries that we need the most of, we have the most of, which is nice.
But we need it... I guess Sylvester?
Hub says, where is a good place to suggest games for videos and or streams?
So here is fine. Like in streams is fine. Or in any video that you watch of ours, to be honest. Like, I know you, Hob, you tend to watch a lot of the Pokemon games. You could definitely put it there as well. Not a problem at all. Basically, if it's like a newer game and costs like exorbitant amounts of money, it'll be put on the list for like way later. And if it's like an older game that or I guess same argument for if it's an older game that's like really expensive.
Right.
But
the cheaper it is, the more likely we'll be able to attain it. Let's put it that way.
Yeah, but it's like honestly, like it's almost never a no matter what anybody says. You know what I mean? Like it's just like
it's a we'll try.
Right. And or like a will it happen soon?
Right.
Different question, right?
Yeah,
so yeah.
If it's a stream game, it's more likely that you'll see it soon, right?
That's
because
a
recorded game is something that we'll get to when the rest of the recordings have finished out. But at this point we have enough things on our list of stream games as well that pretty much either at this point, like that's how it was for the longest time, but pretty much either one at this point, it's probably going to be pretty far out.
Yeah.
Depending on, I mean, I guess the stream ones maybe we can mess with.
They're more flexible. Yeah, for sure. Let's give a Pecha to Simpsons, and there we go for berries.
Hob says, I mean, my big 2 that I'd love to see that's not Pokemon related are West of Loathing, I mentioned before, and Monster Rancher 4.
Interesting. Okay. I definitely remember you mentioning West of Loathing, for sure. Monster Rancher 4 is an interesting one. I used to watch that TV show back in the day.
I've never heard of that in my life. Is that like on a ranch setting where you would have like horses, but then instead of horses, they're monsters? Like, is that what it's like? Like cowboys riding monsters?
It's this.
I feel like that doesn't answer my question.
Yeah, I definitely recognize this dude with the big ass eye from the TV show that I used to watch. It's on PS2. So yeah, we could probably find that. We'd have to talk to some people, but yeah, never say never.
Yeah. West of Loathing I've heard of, but I just don't know what it is.
Through Hob. Hob mentioned it to us previously. All right, I think we're ready.
Okay.
I'm going to heal up again just to be safe because, you know, I do that sometimes. And then I think just because, you know, out of an abundance of caution, I'm going to save again because that's very important.
Mocan says, is Monster Rancher the series that you get monsters by putting CDs in the PlayStation?
Oh, well, there you go. Maybe. All right, Thanos. You are at the top against Lorelei. Amy, are you ready?
Yes.
All right, folks. We're doing it.
It's a monster raising game that focuses more on raising at a ranch with battles in tournaments, but the special gimmick is that you get monsters by putting CDs and DVDs into the PS.
The PlayStation.
Wow. Okay.
Very interesting.
So I guess I thought Mocan was kidding, but I guess not. I was like, that seems like a joke that would be funny if I got it.
There's a bunch of interesting like gimmicks that games could do in the PlayStation back in the day. Super interesting. So
nice.
That's cool. That's very cool.
Okay.
All right. Let's do this, folks. We're gonna start this thing. We're an hour into the stream. It's time to begin. Are you ready?
I guess video games were kind of meta before meta was meta.
Yes, for sure. For sure.
All right.
Good?
I'm ready. Let's do this.
What do you have to say?
It.
From here on, you face the Elite Four one by one. If you win, a door opens to the next trainer. Good luck.
Hob says, I like 4 the best because it's beginner friendly and eventually allows up to 5 at a time.
Oh, okay. That's cool. All right. We're doing this.
Well, I know you don't mean 5 CDs in the piece. Because that don't fit.
No, probably 5 monsters on your team, like a Pokemon.
Though the story is something.
Nice. All right, here we go.
All right.
Welcome to the Pokémon League. I am Lorelei of the Elite Four. I'm so terrified. No one can best me when it comes to icy Pokemon. Freezing moves are powerful. Your Pokemon will be at my mercy when they are frozen solid. Are you ready? I mean, no. Definitely not ready, Lorelei.
I was going to say.
Definitely not.
She looked like a Velma, but now that we see her big, she doesn't.
No. All right, Lorelei. Dugong is first.
She's got like a professional vest on, but then no shirt underneath, which is not professional. Okay.
You can read it and then I'll start.
It has begun.
Alright, here's a first Thunderbolt against a level 52 Dugong. I guess I put my headphones back on. Not
I
dead.
feel like this music's just gonna make you more anxious, so.
Yeah, I mean, that's the idea. Alright, Hail is here. We can take Hail, right, Thanos? We're okay.
Yep.
Sure. Even if she uses an item, this is fine. Yep, she did. This is fine. It's part Ice type, so the double kick will do something, and it will be enough that we can save our Thunderbolts for other things. Yeah, and that does a fair amount, because it's 2 of them. So another Thunderbolt will kill here, and we just take a little bit of hail damage. So yeah, Dugong down.
Seems great.
Right? Okay, Thunderbolt.
Can I get a hail yeah? Erica says. Amazing. And Mocan says, what? Dugong not resting on turn 2?
We gain we gain 1,960.
That's pretty sick.
All right, is this Jinx? It's Cloyster.
Oh. face.
Yeah, it's mad.
Yeah.
All right, more thunderbolts.
It has teeth.
Done. Super effective. Yes.
Elfo is here. Wow.
Elfo, it's
Good
great to see you. Please let us know how you are. I have been
Yes.
curious. Hope all is well.
He says hello. And Mocan says Cloister has real low special defense.
Good, good. Suck it, Cloister. All right. Slowbro also getting pelted by the hail because it is not an ice type. It is a water psychic type. Thunderbolt. Let's do it.
Mocan says welcome. Marcus says welcome back, Elfo.
One hit kill on the Slowbro too.
'Cause it's been a while.
Yes. I'm super happy to see you back.
Yeah.
Lapras. Wow, you're just really not sending out that Jinx, huh? I was worried about the Jinx. I guess I shouldn't have been.
Blake is here and says, hope y'all are doing well. It's the final countdown, baby. And Mocan says, pin missile the psychic.
We got a crit on Lapras, by the way. Done on Lapras. Holy shit, Thanos. 25-33, which means there's one Pokemon left. Jinx. So terrifying. All right, I mean, this could just be Gluttony, right?
Says, holy crap.
I don't hate Mocan's suggestion of the pin missile. I'm just terrified. Like, we're not gonna. I'd rather kill it in one, and I think Gluttony has the best chance of just doing that with like a body slam or something. So I'm gonna try the switch to Gluttony. Did you read Blake's? And yes, you did. I just didn't respond. What's up, Blake? Sorry. All right, Ice Punch on Gluttony. We have very high special defense. Eat those leftovers. Hell yeah.
Yeah. Nothing better than cold leftovers. Then you can just vomit all over your opponent. And the congealed fat gets you.
Speaking of congealed fat, Gluttony, one box.
Yes.
Ah, amazing. Thanos is level 56, and you deserve it. God damn. 151 HP, 103 attack, 86 defense, 124 special attack, 126 special defense, 187 speed. You're so fast.
Mocan says, remember, Thanos has high special defense.
It's true. I was just abundantly cautious, because Gluttony also has high special defense, but you're absolutely right.
Blake says, I mean, Snorlax would eat up its ice moves.
It's true. I mean, it's the same idea, right? They both had high special defense. I was just a little worried because Thanos had been taking all that hail damage. It was, again, overabundance of caution. That's just how I'm going to be. So.
Yeah. Elfo says, good to see that you guys are still around streaming.
Hell yeah.
Can't miss the Elite Four, man.
Awesome.
I have been living alone for some time now. Things are going pretty good. Went on vacations a few weeks ago.
Hell yeah. That's
Life
awesome.
has been good. That's amazing.
Awesome.
We've been a little worried about you because we hadn't heard from you and we weren't sure how you were doing.
Yeah, so really,
thanks
really glad
for
to hear that
letting us
everything
know.
was going well. Really glad. Lorelei's down.
She's done.
Just, Jesus.
She's out of here.
Things shouldn't be this way. I mean, you know, I would disagree, but hell yeah. You're better than I thought. Go on ahead. You only got a taste of the Pokemon League's power. I mean, holy shit, man. All right, Bruno.
Sorry. Hub
No,
says,
please.
I kind of want to use Jinx, but I can't justify replacing anyone.
All right, so, I mean, Thanos is 30-something points down. So I could probably just use a potion on Thanos and a potion on Gluttony as well. We have 20 of each of them.
Oh yeah, I forgot we took rest off of Gluttony, so...
Yeah, but it doesn't matter. Again, Gluttony's slow, right? So you'd go after somebody else. Like, that was my rationale for getting rid of rest in the first place.
No, I get it. I just thought, why would you use a potion when you could just rest, but...
Well, and you can't rest out of battle regardless.
Oh, I thought you could.
No.
Isn't there one that does that?
No.
Oh.
All right. Well,
It's a good thing I'm still learning stuff.
Exactly. That's all. Who cares? You're doing great. All right. Carpe Diem is basically going to attempt to. Carpe Diem is basically going to attempt to sweep Bruno, just like Thanos almost swept Lorelei. Let's see what we can do.
Yeah. Elfo says just too much work, too little time, so many expenses, still waiting for my surgery.
Gotcha.
Ooh.
Gotcha.
Man.
That's a long time to wait. I'm really sorry to hear that.
That really sucks, man.
Oh, and that is what you were thinking of is what Mokan said, so I was wrong.
Soft boiled lets you heal others at the cost of your HP.
If I remember.
Okay.
All right, Carpe Diem. Let's surf down some Onyx, shall we? Intimidate. Cuts Onyx's attack. Surf.
Yeah, wash it away.
I mean, it's 4 times weak. It's definitely down.
Erode that snake.
All right, super effective. Onyx is down. Carpe Diem gains some experience. We move on to Hitmonchan. So I think with Hitmonchan here, I'm just going to try Strength. And see what happens. I'm curious. Okay, Rock Tomb on our flying type. A little scary. We're fine. It's super effective. And it lowers our speed. Now, that did 43. So doubled would be 86. And we're at 143 and now higher. So we're okay to do another strength. We are still faster, even though our speed was lowered. It's not dead. It used counter. Okay, well, we can definitely get off another strength because we were faster, and he's probably just likely to use an item or something here anyway. He does. Good, good. Full restore.
That's what we should do, use an item.
We will. Okay. Are you going to read those things?
Sorry, I'm a little anxious now.
You should be. You should be. All right, we'll use a hyper potion here. See what people think. Counter. Damn right.
Mokan says, ride that, sir. Blake says, is that what the kids call it these days, Amy? Mokan says, well then.
Yeah, that was
And Hob says, I say Cass or Simpsons.
I think we're okay now. I basically just have to use special attacks on Hitmonchan because it's got the counter, and now it's dead. So we're good here. 1590. Okay, Hitmonlee is next. Machamp is next. Holy shit.
Gross.
Okay, so Machamp, I haven't really looked at my sheet here. I have my cheat sheet up.
Mokan says another option would have been Dragon Dance on the healing turn.
True.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, you're fine. Bulk Up, Cross Chop, Scary Face, and Rock Tomb. So basically, if we put in Big Casper, the only thing it has to hit us with is Rock Tomb. Although our defense is pretty bad, right? Yeah, 101's not bad. Sure. Let's try it.
Thunder Punch, please.
Yeah.
Alpha says.
I was very grateful that that the Hitmonchan did not have Thunder Punch against my Gyarados. That would have been very bad. All right, Psychic. Half and lowered special defense. Good. Bulk up. Damn right. That doesn't up your speed, right? Attack and defense. Okay. Well, we know. Oh! It has a citrus berry. Damn, okay. It lives the Psychic then. And then he might use an item here as well. Oh, okay, never mind. I lied.
Okay.
That was his strongest Pokemon.
Dude.
Moving on. Okay.
Mokan says could have been Scummy, swapping between Sylvester for the Rock Tomb and back to Carpe for the fighting move, back and forth, lowering their attack.
Yeah, good point. Mega Kick, Brick Break, Facade, and Foresight. Yep. Oh, sorry. This is the Onyx. Silly me. But that's Hitmonlee as well. So, anyway. Earthquake. Yeah, you're damn right, Earthquake. Amazing. We have a flying type out. Suck it.
Blake,
Leftovers.
Sorry.
No,
Blake
go ahead.
says, wow, what a scary Pokemon to get rid of so easily.
Right?
Laughing face.
I was very pleased. One hit on the Onyx, as we know. The Surf is insane.
Mocan says, ah yes, Onyx's Mega Kick.
Which would be hilarious. It's just two big snaky boys, or gals in this case, with Onyx versus Carpe Diem. I mean, sure, Hydro Pump, why not? Who cares? Okay, didn't even do half. Mega Kick. I mean, they'll do some. That was a crit. I was like, what? That's so much damage.
Did a lot more than some.
It did just under 100 damage. Sure. So what do you have? I just read this off. Okay, so it would have to use Foresight before it could hit us with anything. So hopefully it doesn't, and we'll just send in Big Casper and try to Psychic it.
Mocan says, what was Bruno doing anyway? Earthquake wouldn't have done anything to Casper.
Oh, good point. Yeah. Alright, Psychic. Jesus.
Okay,
Well, guess what?
moving on.
Yeah.
Elite 2.
Why? How could I lose? I mean, yeah. Bruno's down. My job is done. Go face your next challenge. Okay, and he turns away?
It's only because he can't face himself.
I have
Joe.
never seen that before. Why did he turn away from us? Go face your next challenge. Like,
He's an emo cat.
that's so funny. Okay.
Blake says 45-minute stream. Laughing face.
Alright, so let's go to the bag. Let's go to Supers.
Hub says Bruno is always the joke of the Elite Four.
In
We don't
red.
talk about Bruno.
We don't talk about Bruno. In red, right, Amy? How did you do against Bruno in red?
Yeah. Yeah, just...
It's like, I have one Pokemon left and it's not even at full health. Let's just lose so we can start over. Ruins Bruno. All right, I guess we have to try and like heal up the team.
Yeah. It was so ridiculous.
All right, Agatha, you're the one I'm scared of. So, what do you think of this music?
It's cool.
Right?
Hob says, so that he scared us at all, here is something.
Yeah, fair point.
Mocan says, look, this is Gen 3 Bruno, not Red Blue Bruno. I don't know how Blaine, I don't know how Blaine was so broken.
All right, here we go. Big Casper is up top. We gotta hope. Fingers crossed.
Blake asks, isn't Bruno in a future gen as well? Like 4?
I don't remember.
Whoa. It's a sassy lady. She's wearing an apron. I feel like that's not what is required attire for a Pokemon gym. But anyway, Mocan says yes, he's in Heart
Gold, Soul Silver.
Soul Silver. Didn't get that. I really didn't. Up says he's in Johto. And look who's here. What did we say we were calling you again?
Right now it says Patino Ke Mora Logo Ali.
Right, but okay. He is in Gen 4 in Heart Gold, Soul Silver. Hi, people. Hi.
Hello.
Nice to see you.
Yes, welcome. Great to
What
have you
should
back.
I call you that is shorter and easier, please?
Shadow Punch does enough. That's great. That's great. We snap out of confusion instantly. God, Big Casper, I love you. Goodbye, Gengar. Okay, you got a lot of reading to do.
Blake says, oh, okay. Or no, I'm sorry. Mocan says he's in Gen 1, 2, 3, 4, and 7. That seems unnecessary.
Almost one hit. God damn.
Blake says, oh, okay. Says 2 end with Heart Green, Soul Silver, 4.
Heart gold.
Heart Gold. I'm trying.
I know, you're doing great. You're genuinely doing great.
He just pops over to Alola, laughing face. Uh-oh, Hob says.
It's fine. We're fine.
Was it Molek? Is it Molek?
Just call them Patino.
Patino. Could you do a Soul Silver Nuzlocke next?
It is what we're doing next. It's not next week, but the next Nuzlocke that we do will be Soul Silver, and it will be in a while. I was saying earlier, it will be when the next generation goes up on our Video Games for All channel. By the way, links down in the description box below. If folks are not subbed here, there, wherever, if you're watching this and you're not subbed on the channel, please do so. It helps out immensely, and we really appreciate it. That's fine. You use the full restore. I'll hit you with the Shadow Punch and then Psychic to kill you. It's fine.
Mocan says he's in Let's Go. Hob says, whoop.
Yeah.
And then Marcus says in Pokemon Generations, Agatha's cane top.
Shit. Alright, we're okay, right? Big Casper? Yeah, okay, we're good.
Agatha's cane top is Gengar's Pokeball.
Nice!
It comes out of the Pokeball, moves down the cane in shadow, and appears from the floor. It's super creepy, and I love it.
Yeah, that sounds terrifying.
I have no idea what the heck you're talking about.
It's in a show.
What is a cane top?
The top of her cane.
Oh!
Like her cane
I thought
top.
it was a Pokemon.
No. The top of her cane is a Pokeball, and it's Gengar's Pokeball, and it goes down the cane.
Oh, that's really cool.
It's
actually.
awesome.
Yeah.
It sounds great.
Yeah.
Look at this.
Oh.
Big Casper levels up to 56, 146 attack, 146 HP, 110 attack, 103 defense, 144 special attack, 104 special defense, 174 speed, because Big Casper is a beast. And then the last Gengar, I should probably... It's either heal or switch. I'll probably heal first, see what it's going to do, and then if I have to switch. This
Eric
Gengar...
says we're doing it!
I'm trying. Alright, just no hypnosis. One time. Yeah, okay. I mean, Shadow Ball's a little scary, right? Right? It's very scary. Got it. Shit. Okay. Wow. Okay. Well.
Marcus says it happens in her battle against Red. He pretends not to be terrified, but there's poop. And then Mocan says gluttony. Yeah,
it's gotta be. It's just that the only thing we can hit with gluttony is Ice Beam, but I mean, I'll do it. So scary. Big Casper, no.
Blake says, here's some anxiety meds for the Shadow Ball, everyone.
Alright, Gluttony is immune to poisoning, by the way. So Gluttony can't be poisoned. Obviously, Gluttony can still take some damage from poison attacks, but can't be poisoned, which is nice.
Very nice.
I guess I could yawn, just so I don't get, like, nightmared here. Because I really don't want to be nightmared here. Stop sludge bombing me. That's a crit.
Well, you can't have a nightmare until you fall asleep. And...
Well, yeah, but they're going to hypnosis first. I was shorthanded. Sorry,
I was going to make a joke.
Oh!
Yawn being something you do before you fall asleep.
Gotcha. Well, that's the joke with Gengar. We're yawning Gengar to make it fall asleep next turn. So yeah, there's the hypnosis. Okay, well, now you're asleep though, so no nightmares for you, and I'm just gonna... Do you fall asleep right now? Yeah, you do. Okay, so I can't even play the Poke Flute. I have to actually use an item to remove the sleep, because a Poke Flute would wake them both up.
Yeah.
So go to the bag. I mean, we have all these full heals, so we might as well.
Okay, so you can't use a nightmare on a Pokemon that's asleep.
Just the same as you can't use Dream Eater on a Pokemon that's not asleep.
That's so weird.
It's those attacks only work against a sleeping Pokemon. Alright, Still asleep is Gengar.
Oh, so if it's not asleep.
If it's not asleep, it won't work.
Right.
It can
Okay,
only
I
be...
thought you were saying if it
Correct.
was asleep, it would not work.
No.
And I was like, that's so weird.
No.
Why?
Yeah, no. Alright, so another crit will kill it, otherwise we're going to have to do 2 more Ice Beams. God, there's so many things. Just hurry up. Gengar woke up. What a surprise. Sludge Bomb! I'll eventually have to use a healing item here, but we're okay for now. And thankfully, the sleep turns were good with the leftovers. See? Leftovers.
Yeah.
Okay. Hypnosis again, you son of a bitch. Stop it. I mean, hopefully it wastes its turn on a Nightmare, though. That'd be cool. Because then we can just get away with Poke-Fluting. Go to the bag. Go to this pocket. Poke-Flute was down more? Jesus, very fun. Okay, okay.
Perhaps his full restore.
We could. I don't think we're down far enough. Like I said, I'm hoping that Gengar wastes its turn Nightmaring, and then we can just try to get off the Ice Beam. Nope, Sludge Bomb, okay. Okay. Not bad, not bad. We're healing up. Okay. Sludge Bomb again. Even a crit, we're still fine. Good. It was only 44, so doubled would be 88. We're still good on a crit as well, but Gengar is at like 1 HP.
Hub says if it crits again for the full restore. And Elfo says very appropriated for a Snorlax to be sleeping.
It's true. I mean, it's very easy. I mean, that's why every Hypnosis has hit on this Gengar, right? Because, you know, Hypnosis definitely a 100% accurate move. Don't worry about it. Alright, so our full restores are here. Use one now. Get Gluttony back up to full and no longer asleep. Take a Sludge Bomb again. I just need to get off one more Ice Beam, man. There's a crit. Jesus Christ. Okay. It does, what, 91 on a crit, I guess? So, Ice Beam. Hypnosis. Fuck off. It's just annoying. Just try to use Nightmare. Like, that's what I want. I want you to try to use your Nightmare. I love how it eats leftovers while asleep. It's so funny to me. Hurry up. I don't want to listen to this music every time.
But it's cute. I wish this was all the time music instead of this like anxiety inducing shit.
It's almost like they did it on purpose.
I hate it. Blake says, "What is this? Executor's brother?"
I know. That goddamn Executor. We did it. But you know what that means, don't you?
What does it mean?
Agatha's done. God damn it! Okay, we win. She sees what the old Duff sees in us now.
Wow.
Oak is the old Duff. She calls Oak the old Duff. Hands free. It's Lance. All right.
So are these dragon teeth that are adorning this gym?
Presumably, yes.
Cool.
Alright, Big Casper definitely needs this Hyper Potion. My god, Big Casper. Holy shit. Gluttony, you can take one as well. And, I mean...
Mocan says, fun fact, in Diamond and Pearl, Hypnosis was buffed to 70% accuracy. It was too good and nerfed back to 60 in Platinum.
That's funny.
Hob says, hey, my twins can suck down bottles in their sleep.
Oh! Okay, yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so... We're facing Lance, who starts with Gyarados? Is that correct? Yes. So we start with Thanos. But Let's check how many Ice Beams Gluttony has left. 12. I think that's plenty. Are we ready?
Ready?
I'm not. Anyway, let's do it! He's heard about us. He leads the Elite Four, and he's Lance the Dragon Trainer.
And he's heard about us.
Yeah.
More like he heard us fighting the other things in the other room and through the walls.
Here's Gyarados. Here's Thanos. Oh no, our attack power. We've been intimidated. It's fine. Let's go with a Thunderbolt. Same level. Gyarados and Thanos. 4 times weak to electric. Stab. Super effective. See ya bye.
Yes.
1 hit. Dragonair. Right to Gluttony. Let's not mess around. It depends on which Dragonair. The Dragonairs are basically the same, except that one of them has Thunder Wave and the other one has Dragon Rage. So here's the Dragon Rage one. Great. No big deal. We heal up. Dragon Rage only doing 40 damage, by the way. Safeguard, covered by a Veil, is fine. Ice Beam on the Dragon. Super effective. Does not kill. But does well over half and honestly well over 3/4. Dragon Rage again. Put us to 211. You got it. Ice Beam. Finishes off Dragonair.
Nice.
Okay, okay. We're getting there. We're getting there. Next. Dragonair.
Okay.
Thunder Wave. Okay. Paralysis is annoying, but fine. Ice Beam. We're already slower. So the only issue, the speed lowering is not the issue. The issue is if we get fully paralyzed.
Right.
But until that happens, I'm not yet worried.
Okay.
Hyper Beam. Does not a lot of damage, and then dies to an Ice Beam.
Alright. Sounds good.
Whew. Feels good. Alright. 2 more Pokemon left. Dragonite before the Aerodactyl? Okay.
Wow.
It's very scary, but okay. I'm gonna risk 1 attack here. Outrage. I feel okay. Yes. Good. Ice Beam. 4 times weak to Ice Beam. Good. No longer covered by Safeguard. Somewhat irrelevant. Eats a berry. Citrus berry. Eat our leftovers. Alright, Gluttony. Even a crit outrage will not kill you here. So, let's try an Ice Beam. Oh my god.
Okay.
2,802 experience. 1 more Pokemon. Jesus Christ.
Is that what Aerodactyl looks like?
Yeah?
Not a fan.
No?
Oh, I really like Aerodactyl, but I didn't realize it looked like that.
Rock and Flying.
Mocan's. Oh, I'm sorry. Skip some stuff. Okay. Patino?
Yeah.
Okay. I was just looking at you, like, waiting for you to correct
Sorry.
me.
Yeah.
Do you plan on doing a Soul Silver Nuzlocke?
Shit. No. Okay, we're good. Sorry. Oh, wow. Gets the boost, too? No! Come on. Really? Okay, so that did 55 damage. Doubled would be 110. So we can get off this surf. Yeah. Okay. Don't get the boost twice in a row. Oh, yeah, okay. So technically a crit would have killed us because of the boost. Wow, that did nothing! Fuck me, dude. Okay. Let's try Sylvester, I guess. Go ahead.
Also, I'll lose good part of the stream, sadly.
Oh no.
Mocan says never punished. And Blake says, I'm just sitting here throwing up deuces to the screen. This is crazy. Hob says, dragon. More like a dragonfly he is. Adventure Page Master? I don't know what that is.
Oh, full restore. Okay, good. We're good.
Okay. Patino says air or ALR?
I guess I'll never know. So we'll tell you in 1 second. Sorry, I just want to have Amy be able to catch up, and then we will definitely tell you. Yeah, we but go ahead, Amy, you first. Sorry.
Hob says, why not keep Gluttony in with ice versus flying?
It was more that Gluttony was getting a little low, and I was a little scared. That's all. Again, abundance of caution, but
okay.
Lance is done too.
You did it.
Go ahead. Keep reading.
Mocan says Platino or Patino?
Yeah.
Damn it. They answered the first time you asked.
Oh yeah, but if Patino missed it, that may be why. But
Yeah,
yes, we are doing one. It will not be next week. It will be when whatever Gen 4 game we're playing, Diamond or Pearl, goes up on Video Games for All. It'll be shortly after that, or at some point after that we will be doing the Soul Silver.
Right.
All right.
And come back and let us know if you didn't get that.
Yes, definitely.
C. Holland says nice.
Thank you. This is so scary.
Okay, wow, doing really good so far, Hob says.
Trying. Yup. Okay, team is all here. We had two, scary-ish moments there.
We're ready to go.
All right, so let's just check everybody's PowerPoints, especially Ice Beam, just in case. We're good here. Definitely good here. I don't think we've used Simpsons yet at all.
Nope.
Rock Slide, we're still good with 14. Good on Surfs and Hydro Pumps. Ice Beam, we're a little low. We can use one of the items. We have a million of them. And Psychic, we're a little low on Big Casper, too. Sure. Why not?
Mocan says final boss time.
I know.
Patino says good luck on the champion fight. I'll probably miss it.
Thank you. Don't forget, VoDs go up on Video Games for All tomorrow at noon. So if you miss it live, the VoD will be up tomorrow as well. Video Games for All, if you're unfamiliar, link in the description down below. It'll be there tomorrow at noon.
It is. Hub says if we weren't on set, I'd say it's a lock. On set.
Yes. So because when a new Pokemon comes out, we don't get told that it's coming out first.
Ah.
It's to make it a little bit harder, because otherwise it would have been. I mean, look at how well we're doing here. It would have been a ton harder without that.
Yeah.
Or a ton easier without that. Sorry, excuse me.
I understood it.
Thank you.
Hub says, but because we can't auto switch, it's a little less certain.
Yeah.
All right.
So we restored PowerPoints there. I guess we'll just use an Ether, because we don't really need anything but Psychic on this one too. So, all right, PowerPoints were restored. Again, abundance of caution. Sorry for the delay, but let's just double check. So good here, good here, good here, good here. Yes. Okay. It's time.
Video Games for All is an Amy channel, or did I misunderstand? It's a both of us channel. The Amy channel is the gluten-free food channel.
Yes. And technically the Amy channel, I mean, Video Games for All is Amy being introduced to a bunch of new games. So as opposed to me making most of the decisions here for the Nuzlocke, it's Amy
it's me making the choices despite having no context for them whatsoever.
Yeah.
So hilarity does ensue.
Well, and you get to learn the games too.
Yeah,
that's the
that
idea.
too.
It's not just I cover your eyes and you're I'm pick something.
Eeny, meeny, miny, moe.
It's a Pidgeot versus Thanos. Thunderbolt.
Mocan says, video games for all is Amy experiencing video games for the first time.
True. Okay.
Patino says, do you do streams there too, or just videos?
So, just videos. The streams are only here, and then the VoDs go over there.
Right.
When that is relevant.
But only the VoDs for video games, because when we stream Magic, it stays on this channel, because this is the Magic channel.
Correct.
Mocan says, the streams are here, the VoDs go up on there.
I appreciate the help. Thank you. Pidgeot's down. Took 3 Thunderbolts, but it worked. Thanos gained a fair bit of experience. Rhydon, solid choice against Thanos, but not so great against Carpe Diem. Let's do it. Yeah, take that Intimidate. Right, Rock Tomb. Oh, hell yeah, Earthquake. I was going to say Rock Tomb would be scary here, but no, we're good. Surf. This might not kill. It definitely does. Hell yeah. Okay. It's 4 times weak, but I was like, yeah, it's like a higher level. The HP was moving real slow. Alakazam, eh? Alright.
Rokan says your entire team is lower leveled.
Yes.
Sideways eyes.
Yes. They
Az
sure
says
are.
definitely Hyper Thanos before switching back to Gyarados.
Oh, okay. Good point.
And Patsino says, damn, I wanted to see her reaction to Rhythm Heaven. Just kidding. You can do it, guys.
Thank you. Alright, Psychic. Jesus Christ! Alakazam. What the shit? Why? No! Alright, well, I'm glad I didn't switch in Big Casper. He would have been very dead. Shit. Okay, well, let's try to not have that happen next time, shall we? God damn it. Hyper up Gluttony. Psychic again. Okay. Just good. Okay, Gluttony. Some leftovers. Let's body slam. Okay, a perfect timing on that reflect, you asshole. God damn it.
Patino says no one died on the 4. That's awesome.
So far, so good. Fingers crossed. Knock on wood.
Is Rhythm Heaven a game?
I assume so.
That I just don't know what it is, which of course I don't. Blake says this battle music is wild. I know, it's like making me actually anxious. Like I hate it. I actually hate it.
Oh, and the crit to kill Alakazam! Yes!
Yay!
Gluttony, you amazing, amazing monster. I love it. Alright. Executor. That's
Okay.
great. That's great. Alright, so let's... This is good. I liked the suggestion of the... Nope, not Pokemon. Of the Hyper before the Gyarados. So we'll do that first. Egg Bomb is more than fine. I'm going to full restore Gluttony here as well, and then try to kill with Ice Beams on Executor.
Patino says, I think I suggested Rhythm Heaven to you guys, didn't I?
I thought so. I thought I had heard about it. Yes.
I don't remember that. Hob says that's why a psychic type with a ghost move is satisfying. Good
Sure.
plays.
Yeah. Thank you. Alright. Let's Ice Beam it. Sleep Powder. Everybody loves putting Gluttony to sleep. Stop it.
Erica says we're doing it.
We're trying. We're certainly trying. Gluttony being a sleepy bitch over here.
Yeah, well, you know, that happens.
Yeah, it sure does. Wake up.
Wake up, Larry. God.
Amy used yawn,
I
everybody.
need that poke flute. Play it louder.
Egg Bomb misses. Hell yeah.
Mocan says no, Gluttony loves being put to sleep.
Yeah, she sure does. God! She sure does. Stop putting my Snorlax to sleep.
Is just a little bastard. I just don't know what else to say. I can't.
Bag again. Pokefood again.
Mocan says...
Oh, sorry, yes. Go ahead.
Patino says it's a nice rhythm game series, so maybe it could go on Video Games for All. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I like the idea of rhythm games a lot for Video Games for All. I think it would work out nicely. It might be a better stream game, to be honest, but I mean, then still goes up on Video Games for All. So, okay, no, we're stuck in this loop again. Son of a bitch.
Eventually, it will run out of powder.
I mean, not before I run out of patience.
Well, that's true.
Sorry.
That is definitely true. Gonna 100% be true. Hobbs says Executor, the true nemesis of this run.
It's insane.
I know.
It's insane how annoying Executors are. Insane to me.
Patino says, let's go. Next is... Wait, who's your starter?
Right, and so then Hob answered it down here, but you can...
Okay. They started with Bulbasaur, but it fell to Gluttony. Mocan says the issue with being slower than Executor.
Alright, so good. It actually switched to using Giga Drain on the turn that I... Jesus!
Ugh.
Thankfully it was already at full health. On the turn that I decided to use Yawn. So we get to Yawn it, put it to sleep, hopefully. And then, well, almost, it'll definitely go to sleep now that I'm hit, but... now I can use like a healing item this turn, basically, and then go back into see what it does to us this time.
Elfo says teach him sleep talk.
I had thought about it, but
It's a little late now.
well,
but...
that's what Mocan said as well.
Yeah. And Blake said, "Oh gods, here we go. Egg game?
Again. Because Executor. Come on now.
It's so
Just
funny.
because you don't like it doesn't mean you don't get it.
I also don't get it, and it's also not funny.
It was funny.
No, it was not.
Don't listen to her.
It was never funny.
Thank God. All right, over half. All right, Bullseye, don't use any of your shit. Just let it die. Yes, thank God. All right, Executor's down. That's it. My own personal victory for this game.
Yes.
Holy shit.
You beat the Executor, you beat the whole thing.
And Gluttony deserved to level up from that too.
Yes.
Plus 5 more HP.
Two levels.
264 HP, 143 attack, 116 defense, 108 special attack, 130 special defense, and 61 speed. 2 more Pokemon remain. It's Gyarados time.
Patino says, I would love even more if it was a stream. I love to interact with the streamers.
Perfect.
Does Gluttony have thick fat?
Gluttony does not have thick fat?
I have not heard
No.
that.
Gluttony is immune to poison, whatever that's called. Whatever that ability is called. It's immunity. There you go. Let's go with Thanos. Come on, Thanos. One more Gyarados for you to fight, my friend, and then you're done. Thrash, that's very scary. Oh, you're alive! Thunderbolt! Yes! Yes!
Got it off.
Thanos!
Coming in clutch.
Oh, I love you so much! Holy crap.
Suggests using Yawn first.
Yeah, we got there.
Blake says, Amy doesn't want me here, like ever. Laughing face heart. It's not you, Blake. It's puns. Puns are the problem.
Alright, here we go. Charizard is the final Pokemon that we have to beat in this game, and that was disgusting. We're gonna be slower, right? We could definitely just die here.
Away. Patino says, save Sylvester, who stalls alone to Zard.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do
Yeah.
here. So the issue is, right, that just did like what? 79? So Another one won't kill, even if it was high roll, low roll. Obviously, a crit would. And we're gonna be slower, because we know Sylvester's speed was something that we just gave up on, because it's not something we need to care about.
Hob says and a crit too.
Yeah.
Patino says explosion kill to end on golden key.
I would love to do that. I think I'm gonna try the rock slide first. 4 times weak stab, like that should do it. Because either way, if Charizard is faster, one of two things happens. Either we hit with either explosion or with rock slide and hopefully kill it, or it crits us and kills us. But one of those ways allows Sylvester to live, whereas the other 2 ways don't allow Sylvester to live. So I'm going to try the rock slide. And yes, Hobbs' point is very well taken.
Mocan says crit or burn. If it survives a hit, dies.
Correct.
And then Hob says we have reserves.
Yeah, exactly. So this is, I'm keeping Sylvester in, fully aware that a crit kills us, and very good point on Mocan's part. A burn probably kills us as well, because we will be down so low that a burn very well could just take the remainder of it at the end of that turn. But a rock slide should do it. We just have to live the hit from Charizard, and then rock slide should kill. So fingers crossed. Just live, Sylvester. You got this. On 7. Yes!
Oh my lord.
Yes, Sylvester!
Mocan's got prayer beads, and Patino's got, oh no, 75 accuracy.
We got
Mocan
it.
is praying. Patino says, yes, let's go. Mocan's praying a lot. C. Holland says, take him out. Patino says, that was awesome. Sadly, I gotta leave. Goodbye.
Thanks for
Sorry,
being here,
Patino.
Patino.
Thank you.
We appreciate it.
Hob says, oh my gods. Oh, jeez.
We did it! On 7 HP, we did it! And Thanos leveled up again. Thanos, you monster. I love you. 154 HP, 106 attack, 88 defense, 126 special attack, 128 special defense, and 190 speed.
Oh my god. My eye is twitching a little. Marcus says, let's go.
Oh my god.
Blake says, greatest thing I've ever seen.
Thank you all so much. Holy crap.
Mocan says, so, Simpsons did nothing?
I don't think Simpsons came out once.
I don't think so.
Simpsons was just there for moral support.
Yeah.
Standing there, you got this, guys. You're doing great.
Rah rah.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
And that's it. We beat our first ever Nuzlocke. Holy crap. That was so cool. I'm so happy. Yeah, no, it can be, Bullseye. No, that can't be. You beat me at my best. After all that work to become the league champ, my reign is over already? It's not fair. We got $6,300 for winning. Why? Why did I lose? I never made any mistakes raising my Pokemon. Darn it. You're the new Pokemon League Champion. You're damn right I am. Although I don't like to admit it. And then here comes Professor Oak.
Mocan says, Simpsons do be vibing now.
Yeah, exactly.
Hob says, 0 Elite Four deaths.
Damn right.
Mocan says, time to give our fallen comrades their proper send-off.
With the salute. Yeah, we'll go look back at them. Definitely. We have to.
And then Hob says, beautiful.
God damn it. So you've won. Sincerely. Congratulations. You're the new Pokemon League Champion. You've grown up so much since you first left with Bulbasaur, that's sad, to work on the Pokédex. Gruul, you have come of age. Bulseye, I'm disappointed in you. I came when I heard you beat in the Elite Four, but when I got here, you'd already lost. Bulseye, do you understand why you lost? You've forgotten to treat your Pokemon with love and trust. Without them, you will never become a champ again. Gruul, you understand that your victory was not just your own doing.
It's like a bad pep talk.
That's his grandson, too. The bond you share with your Pokemon is marvelous. Gruul, come with me.
Bullseye's just left alone to cry.
He has to. Congratulations, Gruul. This floor is the Pokémon Hall of Fame. Pokémon League Champions are honored for their exploits here. Their Pokemon are also recorded in the Hall of Fame.
Mokan says, I'm over here. Oh.
Yeah, he did walk right past.
His grandson, who he forgot the name of, remember?
It's true. Oh, it's my grandson. What's his name again? It's like, yeah, I know, old man. I'm sorry.
Wow, dude.
Gruul, you've worked hard to become the new League Champion. Congratulations, Gruul. You and your Pokemon are Hall of Famers.
Nice.
And so, we have the game being saved. Thanos, the Jolteon. Simpsons, the Hypno. Sylvester, the Golem. Carpe Diem, the Gyarados. Gluttony, the Snorlax. And Big Casper, the Gengar. Welcome to the Hall of Fame. What a team, man. What a team.
Pretty kick-ass.
Yeah, don't worry about the in-game time. That's always different based on how long we've accidentally left the game on for. And so...
He just fucks off.
He sure does. And there's Oak. He at least gives us a meaningful look before he runs away.
What now?
The credits now. That's what now. We did it. We beat our first ever Nuzlocke of Pokemon FireRed.
Erica says, you're so powerful.
Thanks, Erica.
Or is that more of like a, you're so powerful?
And?
Mokan says, see, even a mute can become champion.
In fact, especially a mute can become champion. How many times has Red become a champion in these games? So many.
All day, every day.
Hey, look, Charizard. Okay.
That was weird.
Yeah, that was weird. So yeah, I mean, it just took us through, like, Viridian, then Pewter, here's Cerulean City. It's kind of taking you through all the different places that we've been. Here's the path north of Cerulean, on the way to Bill's house.
I love him so.
You always will. It's true. Hey, everybody, before folks leave, because we're not done yet, don't worry, as people have mentioned. There's other things to do in this game. But also, just a reminder, we will be back next week with another stream at 8 p.m. Eastern on Friday. There's Venusaur. Just like we are almost every Friday. Obviously, the last Friday we were not here because we had the pre-release for Dominaria United. But otherwise, when it's not pre-release, every other Friday we are here at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. And next week, we have a new game that we're playing that Amy has never seen before and is genuinely one of my favorite games of all time. We are going to start our Spooky Month stream a little early because it's going to take a while. We are going to start...
I'm so excited. I love Halloween.
We are going to start Eternal Darkness, Sanity's Requiem.
It sounds cool.
It's one of my favorite games,
Or
truly.
maybe just a little emo.
Truly.
But I'm into it. I feel like a little bit of emo is still hot.
You will see. Hey, look! It's Bullseye.
His pants are flapping in the wind.
It's very windy. I mean, so's his hair.
Yeah, but you expect hair to do that. Do pants do that? I guess. If they're baggy enough.
Yeah.
Hobbs says that was the most dramatic finale.
Yeah, which, I mean, I like and don't like, you know. Sometimes I'd rather not be totally stressed out, but it was definitely worth it.
Yeah, that was so cool.
Definitely worth it.
Marcus says Shadow? Oh, snap. That's fun too.
Yeah, I like Eternal Darkness a lot, so I'm super excited to play it, to show it to all of you, especially if you've never heard of it or seen it before, and to show it to Amy especially.
Pikachu.
It's Pikachu.
Hobbs says, I have never heard of that game.
Okay. It's a hell of a game.
So you and I will be in the same boat. And Mocan says, they're baggy. It was the 90s. Yeah, no, you're right. I mean, I wore men's clothes in the 90s, so that shit was baggy all day, every day.
And we're back to Pallet Town. The end.
Or I guess it was the 2000s that I wore men's clothes.
All right, and so we're back to the intro. Let's let it play one more time, but we will go back into the game, don't you worry.
I pretty much only wore leggings in the 90s, which is the opposite. It's the least baggy pants.
Took on Elite Four Bruno's Hitmonlee with Gengar and won handily. Took on Elite Four Agatha's Gengar with Snorlax and won tenaciously. Took on Elite Four Lance's Aerodactyl with Golem and won handily. And Gruul had a marvelous battle with the champion, Bulseye. In the end, Bulseye sent out Charizard, while Gruul countered with Golem. And as a result of battling with every bit of power, barely won the match. I mean, like, Golem barely survived, sure, but every other Pokemon was at full health, right. So I don't really know that that's fair, but whatever, I guess.
They're just
or probably not at full health. Probably not at full health, but still.
They're just trying to make it sound good, you know.
Ah, Gruul, you're back, are you? How much have you filled in your Pokédex? May I see it? Let's see, you've caught 48. It looks as if you're putting in an honest effort. Wow, Oak, thanks, asshole. When you manage to fill it some more, come show me, please.
Gotta catch a few.
You gotta catch one per route. That's unless you kill them or don't have enough balls or something. We end the game with Thanos as our highest level Pokemon, by the way.
I mean, after that, I'd say we have some pretty good balls.
Yeah. Okay. Keep reading.
Mocan says, fun thing, Nidorino versus Gengar in the intro is believed by fans to be a rival battle between Agatha and Oak.
Oh, interesting. Okay. Because in the TV show, it was just like two randos at in like a Pokemon League match.
Oh, is that why she calls him an old duff?
Oh, yeah.
Because he's her rival.
Yeah, basically. She's known him for many, many years, right? Yeah.
Adversary.
Okay, well, I mean, yeah, this is the team everyone lived, which was not necessarily something that I expected. Simpsons didn't go in at all against the Elite Four. Sometimes that happens. But Sylvester and Carpe Diem did, and neither of them leveled up. Whereas Big Casper and Gluttony and Thanos did, and in fact Thanos leveled twice in the process. We were definitely not underleveled, because typically what folks do is they consider the highest level of the champion's Pokemon, and then, like, having our entire team be level 63 would have been a little cheap, I think. But considering that, if we look, all of Bullseye's team was higher level than us, all of them. And 3 out of 5 of Lance's team were higher level than all of us.
Okay. Mocan says, yeah, Agatha and Oak were rivals when they were kids.
Nice.
And Erica says, Joe, I'm so proud of you. Slightly crying face and then heart.
Well, thank you, Erica. That's very kind.
It's very touching.
I'm surprised, and I genuinely appreciate it, of course. I'm surprised. Not surprised that I won. I'm surprised that no one died.
Yeah. It's pretty fucking impressive.
So I will say,
And
right?
you didn't even use Simpsons.
Right. I will say some purists will tell you, some Nuzlocke purists, and this is not a negative nor necessarily a positive, it's just how some people think. I was using items in battle. It does make it a lot easier.
Yeah.
Some folks who do a little bit more of a hardcore Nuzlocke idea or concept will not allow item use in battle. Out of battle, of course, but in battle, no. So that's something to consider for the future. I already did, like when I practiced doing this Nuzlocke, right? You know, like doing it on my own and trying my best to keep myself honest with, oh, well, I wasn't paying attention, so that death doesn't count. Not a thing.
No,
It needs to count. And so when I was practicing this, I lost plenty of people. But I did notice that as the game went on, we talked about set mode versus switch mode. Switch mode made it very easy. It was just like, oh, Gyarados is coming in. Would you like to switch? Yeah, I'll switch to Thanos and hit first every single time.
Right.
So it's like, you know, is that fair? No, right? It's not really like, that's not really in the spirit of the challenge. It just makes it so much easier. So that aspect I immediately changed and made sure that we were playing on set mode because it needed to happen. Could I have won this without items? Be tough, but I could try. So we will see as time goes on between now and then. It's honestly, it will genuinely depend on how I feel about how, like, the time that I want to spend when we go into our next Nuzlocke. Like, do I want to do the restriction of no items in battle or not? If people are like in a huge outcry for no items, I'll consider it more. But otherwise, that was my rationale this time, was like, look, this is my first one. I'm already putting it on set mode. We're already doing the restriction of dead is dead and etc. Like, so I ended up doing what I thought was best for me for how to play this through. It worked out. Some might say that it was too easy in the Elite Four.
Right.
I wouldn't necessarily argue with you, but for our first one, I think that this was a great way to go about it. And there were definitely some butt-clenching moments for sure. I'll let you read while I run to Viridian so we can get to a PC.
Okay, because yeah, I've got a lot here.
Please do.
Mocan says, well, as someone who's never finished a Nuzlocke, I'm proud of you.
Thank you, Mocan. That's awesome.
That's very cool.
I actually don't know, even in my practices, I don't know that I've ever completed a Nuzlocke either. So, there you go.
Jayanna is here. Hi. She says, oh yay, sun shines.
That's his Haven. Otherwise, yes.
Hi,
Jana. Great to
yes.
see you. Happy
Hi.
Friday.
She says heart face and heart and sunflower and stars. And then Mocan says, welcome, Jayanna. They won with no deaths in the league.
You're damn right we did.
Erica says, we honored Tacosaur's memory by never being able to keep a grass type around. Crying, laughing face. Yep. Hub says, I'm over here campaigning for less restrictions.
Okay, interesting. Good to know.
And Jayanna says, okay, way to go. Let's get it. Thanks for the update, Mocan. 2 sunflowers.
Well, thank you, Jana. I appreciate it. So, if we take a look at our box, these were all the Pokemon that we still had that we could have used. Now, to be fair, we had certain Pokemon where it was like, okay, this Pokemon's a backup if we lose this one. This Pokemon's a backup if we lose this one, blah, blah, blah. But that number was definitely finite. Like, there was not, you know, this is not like, oh, wow, all of these Pokemon are definitely perfect substitutes for Gengar, you know, like something, or Gluttony, or something like that.
Like, none of these were even close to leveling.
Well, that's a different story, right? Like, that would just be,
capacity.
that would just be the amount of time that I would have to take to level them up, and that would be a pain in the ass.
Yeah.
But, yeah. So.
Well, and in a bind, you're in a bind, right?
Yeah.
So you don't have the ability to do so necessarily. Jayanna says Lapras.
Yes. So Lapras was our Carpe Diem substitute.
Yeah.
If we lost Carpe Diem, I was going to go into Lapras there. Could have gotten Ice Beam on Lapras, or on Aqua Bus, I should say. So yeah, that was an option as well, for sure.
Mocan says Venonat really looking like a Butterfree Prevo?
Yeah, like
there?
a pre-evo,
Oh,
pre-evolution.
okay, yeah.
Yeah, and in fact, it's funny. I don't believe. Maybe I did, but I don't believe I put them in that order on purpose. But yeah,
Right.
definitely looking like the
It really does.
the argument that some people make, or the conspiracy theory. That's the word I was looking for. That some people say that Venonat was supposed to evolve into Butterfree. But anyway, so yeah, these are all of our Pokemon that we could have used and did in some capacity for some of them, but not all. So we had Honeybee the Beedrill.
Jana says, looks like a zoomed in pic of Butterfree's head.
It really does.
Crying laughing
It does.
faces.
It definitely does.
Mm-hmm.
So Honeybee the Beedrill.
Yeah.
Batman the Crobat. Still holding those black glasses, by the way. Being so cool in the PC all by itself.
Yeah.
Just like I wear my sunglasses at night. We have
Or in the PC.
Seahorse the Horsey. Good Girl the Growlithe. Who I still have the Firestone for her. Fear Itself the Fearow that we used pretty frequently. In fact, when I was leveling up the team in between last stream and this one to get to level 55, I replaced whoever I got up first. I replaced them with Fear Itself so that I could leave the cave, fly to the Pokemon League, heal up, and then run back down. So Fear Itself was in the party for a little while I was training for the Elite Four. We had One Stone the Pidgeotto. It's been a while, but One Stone was clutch early on in this game. Never got to use him, but Santino the Ekans. Hostess the Paris, holding a tiny mushroom still. Sofa King the Goldeen. Conjoined the Doduo. Lunar the Venonat, because we never got to level it up so that it could be, and evolve it so that it could be a lunar moth. Margarine the Butterfree, probably my favorite Pokemon from this entire run, just because of how it handled Pokemon Tower by like putting everything to sleep and then just dream eatering, yeah, I guess that was the right way to say it, all of them down to nothing.
Yep. Butterfree was legit.
I loved Margarine a lot. Aquabus the Lapras, again, another one that we did not get to use, but that's because we had Carpe Diem the whole time. Squilliam, the Tentacool, we didn't get to use any of the ones at the end here, basically, because we caught them because we wanted to catch our encounters on every route and have them for if and when things came up, but they did not, thankfully, knock on wood. Pallet, the Psyduck. Marcel, the Tangela. Marcel, the Tangela with shoes on.
Yeah. Seriously, guys, if you haven't seen that movie,
So good.
you got to.
So good.
Marcel, the shell with shoes on.
Very good movie. Adorable.
Truly.
Yes. And emotional, but very good.
Erica says, love to have a butterfly eat the nightmarish dreams of any army of the undead.
You're damn right. All those ghosts just died to falling asleep and then having their dreams eaten by this beautiful butterfly.
I mean, are we on Innistrad again?
We have Bajingo the Shelder, which we did not get to evolve so that the joke would make sense. Epona the Ponyta.
Yeah.
Chad the Machop, which this is the Pokemon that we got instead of Moltres, by the way.
Boo.
And Bamf the Onyx, because Amy loves her some Onyx.
Yeah.
But this is a Nuzlocke. And so in addition to our party members, our Hall of Famers, Simpsons, Sylvester, none of these Pokemon, by the way, used their berries. None of them.
Nope.
We gave all these berries, none of them used them. But Simpsons, Sylvester, Carpe Diem, Big Kesper, Gluttony, and Thanos. That was our team. But throughout the course of our adventure, we need to give a proper send-off to our friends in the Death Box. All 7 of them.
Are you going to say a few words?
Typhoid the Rattata. I loved your name and wish that I knew better against that Spearow. Big Ears the Nidoran male. We caught you, we leveled you up a fair amount, and then just out of nowhere in Mount Moon, I believe, we lost you.
The rabies finally got him.
Emily, who had to die for the sins of those opposing Butterfree that we came across. That was the worst. Those Butterfree were something. Not Butterfree. Did I say Butterfree? Beedrill. Sorry. Those 2 Beedrill that we came across. Those Beedrill were something else.
Mocan says 1 level for being a Nidoking.
Yeah, because basically it would have leveled up to level 16, evolved into Nidorino. We had the Moonstone to immediately put it into a Nidoking. Unfortunate. Before you read that one, I'll keep going. We have Gold Digger, who, again, I loved your name. Catching you was a hell of a thing because you did not want to stay in the ball. And based on Gold Digger, honestly, we struggled with Pokeballs for a while after that.
Right.
Thanks to Gold Digger alone, which was Gold Digger really impacted the beginning of this run.
Yeah.
A lot.
It really did.
And now she's just dead. So, speaking of deaths in caves, it's average. I don't know what to do with Digletts. Like, I love them, and I think they're very strong, and I love ground types. I just don't. Digletts are so, they're just made of wet paper. So, I knew it was going to die, and I should have tried to take better care or pay more attention, but I didn't. And so, its average had to die for my ignorance. Brooklyn the Meowth went far. Yeah. I was surprised with how well Brooklyn did. Which, it's unfortunate that we lost him, but in the grand scheme of things.
Erica says Emily also 1 level from becoming a Vileplume.
Because again, evolving to Gloom and then getting the Leaf Stone. Yeah. And I like what Hobbs said here, and I was going to say the same. So yes, please feel free to read that.
Hobbs says we lost Tacosaur getting Gluttony, but nobody else since Gluttony joined the team.
Yes. So I feel like Tacosaur, when Tacosaur died, I feel like Tacosaur's spirit just held the line for us.
Yeah.
Because nobody else after Tacosaur died.
Right.
That was it. And that was a big loss. I mean, obviously it's our starter, right? And so that was, I think, in my opinion, the biggest loss.
Right.
When we were trying to catch Gluttony and Tacosaur had lowered the attack. We lowered one of the stats, maybe the defense or something. But we lowered and lowered. Oh, it was the attack because we were switching back and forth with Carpe Diem. And we lowered the attack -6, but crits ignore that. And Tacosaur died to a crit, so that will happen.
Yeah, maybe the loss of him was too great. And so then the fates took pity on us and decided not to give us another loss.
Yeah, I mean, maybe the fates took pity on the fact that, most of our early catches were, terribly suboptimal with their natures.
Yeah, that's true, too.
So,
the worst possible nature every time.
So, there's that as well. But yeah, regardless, it obviously worked out for us. So, but yeah, so this is our death box. All the fallen comrades, as Mocan correctly put it earlier, we give a salute to all the fallen members. Rest easy. This was great.
Erica says, Joe, you gotta take better care of it, especially if it's average.
Instead of just wiping my hands of it and just being well, whatever.
Mocan says, I kept up the track record of every stream I missed had a death, and every one I made didn't.
Well, there you go, Mocan.
Wow. Okay.
Jesus.
Are we fancy then? And see, Holland says, meant to mention, don't know if you guys have Disney Plus. Check out Welcome to Wrexham.
Okay. Haven't heard of it. We technically don't have Disney Plus, but my parents do. And when we missed that stream a few weeks back on Monday, because we were stuck there.
We were stranded.
They weren't home. And so it was just Amy and I at their house, and we were able to, basically because we had nothing else to do there except wait for our cars to be fixed, we just watched a ton of Disney Plus because we didn't otherwise have access to it. So
Mocan says, I control the speed at which lobsters? Like, is that like a motion? Like this thing?
I don't know. The Mocan can tell you.
Pokemon die.
Awesome. Very, very cool.
Is it like this thing? Is that what you were doing?
I mean, that's crab, no?
I don't know. What's lobsters then?
I said, you've asked Mocan. Mocan can
I
explain
mean,
it.
lobsters are delicious, but I don't know what else.
So, yes, as I mentioned... Oh.
It was a cross out. Oh, the original meme is lobsters.
Gotcha.
The original meme.
Yeah, I control the speed at which lobsters die, but I control the speed at which Pokemon die.
Okay. Not familiar with that meme.
Anyway, it's fine. So, hey everybody, hail the conquering heroes.
Yes.
Here they are. Carpe Diem and Gluttony, the ladies of the group, holding it down. And then we got Simpsons, Sylvester, Big Casper, and Thanos. Thanos just snapping away each and every one of those Gyarados that we came across, as well as almost all of Lorelei's Pokemon. Just like left and right, just bam, getting rid of them.
Yeah.
As I mentioned, we'll be back next week with Eternal Darkness, Sanity's Requiem for our spooky month stream.
I'm so excited.
And it's
really Halloween.
and it's gonna be month and a half stream, right? That's just how it's gonna work. So stay tuned for that. I'm excited too. I want to make sure that I didn't say the wrong thing. I timed this all out, and I want to make sure that I did it correctly. So pardon me for just a moment. And also, folks, don't forget, if you keep watching all of our stuff, you'll be able to see Video Games for All. We had a new series start over on Video Games for All on Wednesday.
Oh, yes, okay. I was like, we did?
Yeah, we did.
Yes, we did.
We did. What stream? What series was that, Amy?
Says Eternal Darkness of the Filthy Mind.
You know it.
Cute. And Erica says, so is this that lull you were talking about where I can talk about magic?
Sure. Why the hell not? Why the hell not?
Laughing face with a sweat bead.
Why the hell not? Yeah, so I was right. Eternal Darkness is next week, yeah. Because it's going to take us about 8 streams, so it'll take us to Halloween, maybe a little after, but it should be like exactly what we need to be able to beat that game. I love that game so much. So much.
I'm so excited.
I'm looking forward to it. I'm very much looking forward to it. And if you have not seen that game before, like I think Hob mentioned, it's a trip. I encourage you to watch it. It is a scary game, so be aware of that. But you know, otherwise, yeah, it's a good one. And Erica, yes, we're more than happy to hear about magic stuff. So yes, did you say already what started on Wednesday or no?
Oh no, I did not. Banjo-Kazooie.
That's right. So Amy, for the first time ever, is going to be seeing and experiencing Banjo-Kazooie for the N64. That started this past Wednesday on Video Games for All. So if you're watching live, that Video Games for All is linked in the description down below. If you're watching this on the VoD, you're here. Welcome to the channel. Wherever you are, please don't forget to subscribe and ring that bell so that you'll get notified whenever any of our videos come out. We have Pokemon every Tuesday. So Amy is still going through Pokemon Sapphire. This week coming up, she will be facing Norman because
Osborne.
this... What?
Osborne.
Not Osborne. Not Osborne. But yes, you'll be facing your father, Norman. And then we have... so that's Tuesdays. And then Sundays. And I mean, this past Sunday, a ton of people watched our Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney episode.
Oh,
It's got a lot of views.
that's cool.
Yeah, I'm a big fan. So stay tuned for this Sunday. Another cool thumbnail. I mean, they're all
Yeah,
cool.
they were all
The Meekins one.
so fun.
The Meekins one of you was hilarious.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Meekins.
Meekins is the best, man. I
Yeah.
love Meekins so much.
Erica says, okay, so I built Mono Black mid-range standard, and I won a game against a blue-white control in the filthiest way.
Well, that hurts me on a very deep level, but I would still love to hear about it, I guess.
think it's nice. Hob says, A man in pursuit of power? It is Norman Osborn.
So we'll see how Amy does against Norman. Amy coming up against Flannery last week, or this past Tuesday.
It's almost like I'm Norman's son.
Except you're not. You're a female in that game.
Shush.
My mistake, sorry.
I've already gone into how I adjust my Hoenn naming conventions to fit multiple times.
Yep, correct.
And C. Holland says, "Grats, Erica. Is there any other way against control, LOL?" And Erica says they had played 2 enchantment removal spells. Borrowed Time, exiling my Lily of the Veil, and a Suspicious Curtains? What?
Mm-hmm.
Like the window dressings are suspicious?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And they just played a Karn Silex.
Okay.
Alright.
So there's more to that.
And Mocan says, let them identify how they want.
Fair point. You're absolutely right. My mistake. Very sorry. Especially if it's Amy's character, right? I'm sitting here being like, oh, that's incorrect. Like, yeah. Way to mansplain, Joe. Thanks.
Yeah,
fair point.
but anyway.
Go ahead.
Yeah. Suspicious curtains.
You're just going to be on that now, right?
Was there just like somebody hiding behind him?
Probably.
Hobbs says, I had a friend who used an almost unbeatable mono-white life gain, so I created a black-green Phyrexian deck that was based around poison counters to specifically take him down.
I have said in the past, I think that is a perfectly viable strategy. I had a deck that was very good when I was younger. And, I mean, very good by the standards of, like, playing at the, lunch table in school, right? It's not, like, highly competitive and I dumped hundreds of dollars into it and it's legacy playable. No, but when I would play against my friends, I would very often win with that deck. And so what I did was I made a deck that could beat that deck, right? And that was my white deck, which I've been using ever since. Like, that's the best deck I've ever made was my white deck. And I made it to beat that really good mono green deck. So, and that mono green deck had a very high win percentage. So I think that that's a perfectly viable way to make decks. And if, you find out, okay, you know what, it's only good against this one matchup. Okay, then it's only good against that one matchup. But sometimes you come to find you're like, oh, wow, yeah, no, this puts in work against everything. Like, it's just good, period, not, anything else.
Erica says, I drew and played Invoke Despair, which makes them sacrifice a creature, enchantment, and artifact. And for each one they can't, they lose 2 life, and I draw a card.
Amazing.
That's an insane card, Erica. What the fuck?
That's so cool.
That's so cool.
That's the 1 and quad black. It's one of the, because they have the invoke spells from Kamigawa.
Oh.
There was like the invoke justice one with like the soldier or whatever, and it was 1 quad white. Mm-hmm. So this is 1 quad black, and it's invoke despair. I remember now. It took me a second, but yeah, very good card. And especially if you're doing a mono black deck, like in limited, it was always like, oh, we drew an invoke or we opened an invoke. We're not going to be able to play it though.
Nope. Because 4 pips ain't gonna happen.
Mm-hmm.
Erica says, so they had to sacrifice the Silex and a Borrowed Time, which gave me back curtains, which I flipped and then made them discard a Farewell.
Nice. Okay.
Very nice.
Oh, the Farewell is the sweeper.
Yeah.
It's a destroy all creatures.
I remember that one.
Or actually exile. It's like exile all this and then this and this and that. Yeah. Okay. Really, really cool. Really nicely done, Erica. That's funny.
Yeah.
Super funny. Good for you.
Very cool.
And then I guess what else do we have? Oh, here you go.
Hobbs says, and it was all cards that my aunt had picked up off the floor when she worked security at a convention hall.
Amazing.
That is amazing.
That's so cool.
That's when it's gotta be like so meaningful, right?
It's funny. Oh yeah, absolutely, absolutely. I will say it's funny. One of the conventions that we went to recently, I was walking back up to the table that we were helping staff, and there was money on the floor. So I bent down and I picked it up and I looked around because it had to have just been dropped.
Right. Because nobody else saw it.
Right. So I'm looking around, making sure like the people there were no other people at the table anymore. I'm looking around to see.
Everybody was gone.
Right. And I'm looking down to see if like anybody's like looking in their pockets or whatever. So I'm like, okay, somebody dropped this money. So I like showed it to like everybody else. I'm like, do you know, like, is this anybody's? And they were like, no. So I was like, okay, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna put this in my pocket, but I'm gonna put it in my pocket opposite where I keep my cash. So my cash is in my left pocket. This found cash I put in my right pocket. And I was like, by the end of the day, if nobody comes around looking for this money, then I will be able to use it. And sure enough, I was able to use it, which I was very grateful for. I could have used the money. But so yeah, it's that same. We did use it for food. We did.
So
yeah.
It came in handy.
At the end of the day, because we like the concessions that they had there were probably overpriced, although I will say did not actually go and check, so I could be very wrong on that. It was just we assumed it was going to be very overpriced, and we knew that like
there was really not that much for me to eat.
Correct. Like you could have had like a hot dog without a bun. Like how would you have eaten
which
it?
Which would have cost like $10 for not very much food.
Or like nachos with like the fake ass nacho cheese that you can't have. Yeah.
I could have had like French fries and that was it.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Just the last one.
Mocan says, the very brief time I could play kitchen table magic where the deck to be was someone else's mono black zombies deck.
That's my other deck that I have is mono black zombies. Yeah, I have mono white and I have mono black zombies. It's basically mono white like protection. And then mono black zombies are my two like kitchen table decks that I still have. It was funny. I when I found out about formats for the first time, I went and played. I was like, oh well, my decks are legacy decks because it's all old cards. So I'll go play legacy. Shouldn't have done it. These people had like actual legit legacy decks, and I had like my thrown together pile that I played in high school. So like,
yeah. Mocan says, first deck I ever built was Abzan Enchantment Creatures.
Okay. I think
Abzan again?
Black, white, green.
Okay.
So I think Erica would appreciate that. I know Erica talks about Enchantress decks sometimes. So there you go. Listen, everybody, this was a hell of a thing. I am so pleased with how this went.
Yeah.
So thank you to each and every one of you who were here for one, for all, for most.
For many.
Yeah.
For any.
Yeah, exactly. For these 5 seconds to hear me say this phrase. Like, whatever it is, thank you so much. Marcus.
Abzan is white, black, green.
Correct.
Yes. Okay.
I hope that's what I said, because that's what I meant to say.
Thank you, Marcus.
Yes. So, like I said, we'll be back next week for our Spooky Month stream. It'll be Spooky Month and a Half stream. So definitely stay tuned for that. That's at 8 p.m. Eastern right here on this channel, Geek for All, every Friday from now until when we're done with it, but presumably around Halloween. And then every Monday at 8 p.m. Eastern, so this Monday and every Monday after that as well, we'll be back with more MTG Arena. We've just been talking a bunch of Magic. We will be back for more Magic on Monday at 8 p.m., so we would love to see you then. As I mentioned, this VoD will be going up on Saturday, tomorrow, at around noon on Video Games for All.
Erica says, hey, I love you folks. Heart, we love you too.
Thanks so much. This, God, so cool that I got to do this. So thank you to all of you for your help and for your support and for just your enjoyment. Just watching any minute of it that you did. It really means a lot. And then for those of you that helped out a lot, I can specify, I know that Hob helped out a lot, Mocan helped out a lot, Erica helped out a lot, Marcus, like all of you people are amazing individuals, and I really, really appreciate it. Any and all advice that you gave, whether I listened to it or not, was still appreciated, right? Just even if I was like, I don't know about that, I'd rather do this, that doesn't mean I didn't appreciate the advice. So huge ups, thank you for that. I appreciate it.
It's been a ride.
You're damn right. It's been a ride. So yeah, it'll be a while before we're back with another Nuzlocke, but it will happen. It'll be a while before we are back with Pokemon, but it will happen. I mentioned, obviously we have the pre-recorded ones, but I mean on stream. We have Coliseum and XD Gale of Darkness that we will play at some point, so stay tuned for that. If you keep following along with these streams as we go through, you know, after we're done with Eternal Darkness, I will say that if folks were around prior to this stream and heard us talking about some games that we had as options, where this Nuzlocke was one of the options, it's one of the other options that we mentioned that we will be playing after Eternal Darkness. So stay tuned for those streams, and you will hear as we get closer to the end of Eternal Darkness what we'll be going into next. Because we do have that stuff like kind of mentally sketched out, because we know what we want to be doing. So,
well, Joe does. For the most part, I don't know ahead of time.
This one we talked about though.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, we talked about it, but that doesn't mean I remember like enough.
Enough.
I know zero about it. I mean, so it really kind of doesn't matter.
Right.
That
Yeah.
I know like the name of it, because I know literal zilch else.
Yeah. So I'm
Other than that, it's our Halloween one, so I'm excited for it because I love Halloween.
Yeah.
But that's it.
And I'm truly excited. Like I said, one of my favorite games of all time. So I hope everybody enjoys. It's going to be a lot of fun. So, but that is going to be the end of this particular stream. Thank you all so very much for being here with us. We really, really appreciate it. You're all the best.
Yes.
Amy, you've got some work to do, because there were an amazing group of folks in chat tonight.
Oh my god.
Amazing.
Incredible. Thank you guys so much for being here, for talking in chat, for caring enough to even watch and just, I don't know what to say. Erica, thank you so much. She says, I'm bad with spooks, but I'll try to be here on Fridays. Heart.
I would say this game is not as scary as Outlast was, where it's like, oh god, run away, it's trying to kill us. Like, this game is a little bit better than that, I would say, in terms of, like, there's not a lot of jump scares that I can recall. I don't want to just flat out say there aren't, because I would feel terrible if there were, but it's a lot of, like, it is spooky. Like, it's got that vibe to it, I guess. It's just not as much like, jump scare, run away, you're trying to be they're trying to murder you. Like, it's not as much that, I'll say.
So it sounds like the type of spooky that Erica would like.
Hopefully. Again, no pressure if it's not, right? You are not obligated to be here for anything ever.
Mocan's asking if it's psychological horror.
I would say that's fair. It definitely tries to mess with you big time. And some of the jokes, some of the scares will not work because we're playing it in 2022 and the game came out a very long time ago. It's a GameCube game. So some of the scares won't work as well, but others will. I imagine. So there's that.
Yeah, so let me go through.
Yes, sorry.
I said Erica.
Yes.
Mocan, thank you so much for being here. Hob, good to see you as always. Marcus, thank you for taking the time to be here. It really means a lot. We had C. Holland again. Thank you for continuing to be here since you're new. Jayanna, thank you so much again for making the time to be here, even though you guys are much more busy now.
Agreed.
Patino, thank you so much for being here. I'm sorry you had to leave early. It would have been cool if we could continue talking to you till the end. Blake, love you so much. Thank you for being here.
Even though you don't want him here ever.
I do. I just don't like puns. I never liked puns. I'm never going to like puns. That's just the way it is.
I like puns. Keep them coming.
Okay. Blake, I love you. Please.
If Blake doesn't know that you love him by now.
Right. Elfo, thank you so much for touching base with us again.
It's great to see you.
Even if you're not going to be able to be back often, it was really great to hear from you and to know that you're doing well.
Exactly. There were others, maybe. Oh, yes.
Dave Man was lurking.
And we love him for
which
it,
he
as always.
does.
Exactly.
And I think that was everybody tonight.
I agree. I think
but you guys were so consistent in chat. I could not keep up. Incredible engagement. Thank you so much.
So
Mocan says, "Oh, is it one of those games that makes it look like the volume is being turned down and stuff like that?"
I have no comment.
Okay. Makes it look like the volume is being turned down. I'm not even really sure what that means, but I'm not going to ask because I don't want to know.
Exactly. You'll see for yourself. It's super interesting to me. I love it a lot. I really do. So that'll be next week, 7 p.m., 8 p.m. Eastern time.
I mean, you can come at 7, but you'll be waiting around
for
an hour.
Yeah. We'll be rushing around to make sure that everything's ready, but okay. So thank you all so very much for being here. I really, really appreciate it.
Yeah.
This was so much fun.
Yeah.
So much fun. I've wanted to do this for a while.
Yeah, and I feel like you were really worried about this episode.
Oh, I was real, but there were
just like
I know
breezed through.
I don't know about breeze through. Let's not.
I feel like it was a
fair
breeze
enough.
Through.
There were so many instances where I was like, oh God, what's gonna happen? Oh my God, this is so scary. And then just kill them one after another. So I don't know. It was pretty great. I was a fan. So thank you for all of your help. Thank you for your help. Truly. I appreciate all of it. So I couldn't have done it without all of you. Truly.
Mocan says it was a somewhat common horror gimmick at the time, I believe.
Yeah, so this was my first intro to any of stuff like that. We'll talk about it more next week. But yeah, so I'm looking forward to seeing what other people think. Maybe some people will be like, oh, wow, there's a million games like this. And I'll be like, oh, well, it was my only one, Or it may be like, wow, I've never seen something like this before. I've never seen this game. I'm curious to see what Amy has to say, especially Hob mentioned that he's unfamiliar with the game. So I'm curious to see what folks who have never seen that game might think about it because it's so fun. I love it. I really do.
Hob is giving a purple heart. And Mocan says, late game Pokemon is usually one shot or be one shot. So it makes sense. And Hob says, now I'm looking through my magic stuff.
Hell yeah. Good. That's what I like to hear. That's awesome.
Good.
Definitely.
So well, maybe we'll see you on Mondays as well.
Either that or, right? That'd be great. But next time we do see you, let us know if you find anything spicy and fun. But yeah, so that is obviously going to be the end of this particular stream. Thank you all for hanging out with us for our first ever Nuzlocke of Pokemon FireRed. We'll be back with another one eventually, but we've got a lot of stuff to do in between now and then. So definitely stay tuned to all of our channels. So Geek for All, which is where we are live right now. If you're watching this after Friday night, September 9th, then you're watching this on the VoD, which is on Video Games for All. And link in the description down below is Gluten Free for All as well. So you should definitely check out all of those channels. We really appreciate you hanging out with us and checking those out. And don't forget, wherever you are, I mentioned it earlier, to subscribe and ring that bell. If you are watching not live, first of all, if you're watching live and you were commenting, you're amazing. Thank you so much. If you were lurking and you did not comment, we still appreciate you.
Yes.
All those people's names that Amy read out before were all people that were in chat, even for one message. So even if you want to just pop in, say hi, and then leave, or not comment any longer, totally fine. We would be able to thank you in person or by name, I should say. If not, totally fine. We don't want to pressure anybody. No. But it's always cool to see folks in chat who are like, hey, I'm here, by the way. So
yeah, even if you don't say anything other than hi.
Yes.
Because then I'll name you at the end, and you get to hear me say that.
Exactly.
I don't know if that
for some people that's
you,
absolutely. I mean,
it means something to me to have one more person here.
Well, I was gonna say, but it's not that you say their name at the end, right? It's that you say their name to say thank you for being here. Yeah. Right. If we were just Amy, and then moved on, is that special? No, that's shit. Nobody cares about that.
Yeah, basically.
Who's here? Amy. Moving on. It's thank you, individual, for being here. We really appreciate it. So all that. But so we will be back next Friday with a new game for a spooky month and a half. Yeah. So definitely stay tuned for that. And then obviously Mondays for more MTG Arena for the newest set, Dominaria United, which we have had 1 week of, as well as the early access event, of course. But that is going to be the end. So thank you all. But for now, from us here at the Geek for All family of channels, I have been Joe.
And I'm Amy.
And before we close out, you knew you weren't even waving yet. I'm glad I remembered then. Between now and the next time that we see you, whenever that is, we hope that you will continue to stay safe and happy and healthy. That is to you and yours. That is always super important. We appreciate each and every one of you. And as we always say, in whichever video or stream of ours you watch next, we will see you all next time. Thanks so much, everybody.